how's this looking now? Let's see what we got here. Perfect, perfect. There it is. There it is. Now I can see. Let's see if I can see everything. I can. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Now slide this over some more. Good grief. I'm going to move my trackpad. It's just like a lot on my mouse. A lot of space. A lot of space. Sin, shout out to Sin. Happy Sunday, Sin. We're doing all things X series today. We're going to go through. I might take it. I'm debating if I want to take it apart or not because it's not hard. Oh, I left my drill downstairs. It's so much faster with the drill. I probably shouldn't be using a drill. I have like a little mini USB drill. It's not like a crazy drill to hurry up and get the screws out because it makes it a lot faster and a lot easier. That's for sure. Let's see. Okay, so let's put. We'll start with the easiest stuff. That way I can throw these boxes off the table. But my audio on my other side is acting funny. Give me 2 seconds. I feel like, is it me or is YouTube getting worse sometimes? Like I don't know who's developers on this thing, but they're screwing up. Sometimes it doesn't like refresh. There it goes. Got it. Got it. Got it. Now I can hear. Perfect. Can I hear? There we go. Okay. So let's dive in. So here is the X and all of its modules. So if you get the X series, you have the unit itself, right, which comes in a case. It's a hard case. It's not as hard as the Vermillo. The Vermillo is the toughest case I've seen, period. That Vermillo case is big, but like you can't stand on it, obviously, but it's a tough case, right? So there's that case. First thing you have is your WAS modules, right? It comes just like this. It's really, I mean, everything's very straightforward. Look, here's your metal piece, here's your foam, your box, and you know, have a good day. You know what I mean? It's like, have a good day. That's what you get. Shout out to Jose. Wait, Ribeiro. Shout out to Jose Ribeiro. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. So there's your, again, your WAS. And again, I hope, I'm gonna put this here for a second. I'm gonna make a point about this. If you buy the MX or the LP edition, here is the alternative, right? So I bought the MX, even though I play LP, I bought the MX. Here is the LP module. So if you buy either one, here's how they come packaged. They come with the directional, the bottom, and the right-hand side. So your 3 units are all in one box. All right, and it comes just like this. You pop this off, and all your modules are inside, and it looks just like that, right? Again, I'm gonna get this off the desk here. I said, build your own Decepticon. It is gonna build. You know, I need to make a Decepticon. Send. I hope you can do this because that'd be really cool. If you can make a like Megatron. Megatron's my second favorite. Actually, who's the cassette player? Soundwave. I forgot his name, but I really want some like Soundwave. Well, Megatron's a gun, so maybe Megatron's cool. But I want some artwork with one of those two, but I can never find it. So this is the LP module. Get that out of here. Now, the reason I showed it is the WAS is only the top left. I really, really, really hope they make the other 2 pieces as its own thing, because that would make the S low profile, the G MX, and the B keyboard style for this unit to cover all the small pads in one device. And you get a joystick and you get Joycon. That'd be fantastic. But right now you can only get the top left piece of the keyboard style. Right, I showed you what that looks like, so I'll put this out the way. And these 2 are gonna come back to in a second. So when you open this up, where's the zipper? Wow, like a lot of stuff on the desk. Okay. Now see, this could go like this, but you can see it's gonna bump my camera. This case is huge, right? There you go. There you go. There you go. So you can see the brand. You can't see it, but there's like embroidery or branding here. When you open it up, the straps are off, obviously. I have the joystick and the Joy-Cons installed for what I was doing earlier, but you'll have your MX switches here or your LP, whichever you purchase, one of those 2, all through be installed. You have your screen up here in the top, and the C got its screen from this. This is like built into the unit. It's all metal. You have your grip pre-installed. And there's nothing on any of this, the bottom side. You have your pass-through port here. your locking power port. And if you don't know what that means, by locking, the cord it comes with looks something like this. See how long this is? Their new designs now, they go in and they do that. So that way if you step on it, because my T-Series, the first pad I got, I stepped on that cord when I first got it. That thing, I was in the dark and I stood up and I stepped on it. It flipped in the air and landed on the ground. How that thing didn't break, I have no clue. But it's still going strong to this day. But they added this that way, you know, you don't bend the cord like most people will. And most people see my videos, I have a cable manager like stuck on there. That's because I wrap my cord, I plug it in and then I put my cord in there. So again, it doesn't jerk or doesn't yank on it when I'm playing. And here's your extra port, just in case this one dies. You have a standard, this is not a lock port, it's just a standard, you know. Get it? I'm upside down. I can't see. It's just a standard plug on there. Right. So get this out of the way. And when you buy each of the modules, they come with the instructions, everything. So when you buy the X, it comes with this, and it kind of tells you, hey, there's two joysticks, but there's really one. And I'm kind of glad they did just one, because you can just buy your own top. You don't need two separate SKUs in your lineup. Then you have your bottom row, which is these three, the Joycons, the LP, the MX, but they really need to add the B16 to the bottom. And I'll show you what the B16 looks like. So here's the B16. So they sell this piece for the X, but they need to put this and this as separate modules. In my opinion, right? This should definitely be able to go on the bottom. This side here, maybe this no, because they're skinny, they're keyboards. So they should be able to sell this module. I'm saying as a unit, right? So 1, 2, and 3 as a set, and then boom, you put on your B, and now you can play your X series just like a keyboard B. That'd be really smart. Let's see. And then here is the card for the Joy-Cons, and I'm probably just going to play my own video. That way I can just, I'm not like taking too long, but I'll pull the video up and we'll walk through and I'll show you how to install the joysticks and how to reload the firmware, all that stuff. But this is what comes essentially in the box. Or there may be more I don't remember, but this is what I keep in here with me at all times, because why not? You have a case. So you could use the Soundscape cassette design as the background to Leverless art. Clean, simple, but still looks cool. That's a good point. But I want it violent. I like violent designs. I gotta think about that. Maybe Megatron's probably the best way to go, because Megatron's a gun, so you know it's gonna be like a violent, like gun in your face design, like sweeping across the pad, like him with his arm out. Like I'll think about it. I think I know what I might do the Google searches and like figure that out. Anyway, maybe saturate the colors to make them pop a bit more. Then use a cutout of Soundscape as a foreland. Oh, that'd be cool. And those, before we dive in, let me show you who I'm talking about, because so here's Megatron. Those that don't know who Megatron is, and there's different versions, right? But not the movie one. The movie one's kind of weird. It's a big head, but this is essentially like Megatron. But there's other ones where, like that. That's a cool looking Megatron. And the other guy is what's his name? Soundwave. That was his name. The new, oh, that's cool. The new one's kind of violent, but the old one, he had like different things jump out of his chest and they would like kill people. It was really cool. And he had a gun in his arm, like. Okay, let's get back to the X series. I'm over here messing around with Transformers, right? But you get the point. He had like a bird, a jaguar, and something else, but he was really cool. Back to business, back to business. We were talking about Transformers. So here's your case, right? When you put everything in the case, it all fits inside, but some things do not. Okay, well, let's. I'm gonna show the stick in a second. I'll show you what does not fit in the case. There's one piece that doesn't. So when you have your case, your tool is right here. It comes in the box. Your cord, which I usually have here, I usually just leave it right here. And actually, I leave extra switches right here too. I was kind of stuck them in here and just stuff it and close it, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you have your different modules. So I have the low profile and the MX modules here, your Joy-Cons, however you want to do it. You always have space to put those in here. Your right hand side, you only have two. Oh, maybe that's why there's no B, because the keyboard right hand side wouldn't fit. I don't care, do it anyway. Who cares if it doesn't fit? They should just do it, because there's a ton of value. So here's that WAS module, and they go anywhere, wherever you want. They all fit the same, but there's tons of value in having that keyboard for the whole unit. So that's probably why they didn't do it. But the hot team, do it anyway. I know what you're thinking. Well, if we make the keyboard module, people can't carry it around. They can't carry their MX, like all their things. So what? Just do it. Just do it. Merlin, shout out to Merlin. Happy Sunday, Merlin. And then here is your other right-hand side, right? Or excuse me, your directional. You know what I'm saying? Your directional goes there. So here's where I put my joystick. And again, I'm trying to fit this on camera. It's kind of tight. So I have my ball bat. I'm slow today. I woke up kind of feeling whatever. But here's my top that I have here. And the camera, I'm colorblind. It looks pink on camera to me, but it's red in person. So that's what your case will look like and how you'll fit everything in your case, right? And we're going to come back to this, but I need to make some space because it's taking about a room. So your stick, it magnetizes to the your stick magnetizes to the stick, magnetizes to the base, right? Just like that, right? Goes right on there. And in the video, this is what we really need to talk about with the stick. This is huge. So let's dive into what the stick comes with, because the stick has a lot to tell. Here's your stick unit, right? When you open this up, you know it comes with a ball top. Your base is here, your plate is, and this is what I'm talking about, that will not fit in the case, and all your extra pieces, and that's everything in the box, right? So let me get this out the way, and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the case. I'll check the chat here in 2 seconds. Get up here. Okay, I can't put it that way. I'll put it this way. It doesn't fit on my, I'm like, everything's not fitting. But there's pieces here I need to tell you. Carlo Vivo de los Santos. Now that's a name. I'll say it again. Carlo Vivo de los Santos. Happy Sunday, Carlo Vivo de los Santos. Oh, I said that fast. Look at me. Hey, Doc. Been loving your I can't read today. Been loving your aftermarket add-ons for the hot pad add-ons. Oh, perfect. Nice. On a similar note, what do you use for storage for traveling with your Leverless? I could show you. So, Midnight Blue Wolf, shout out to Midnight Blue Wolf. I'm gonna say happy Tuesday. Happy Sunday. Shout out to all the members and the subs on Twitch and the members on YouTube. It definitely helps the channel grow and grow. Here is a bin that I have, right? I don't want to knock everything over. Full of different cases I've tried. So, depending on the pads you're using, the Hot 42 case is good enough. That's fantastic. Who's at the door? Maybe it's food. The Speed Labs. Shout out to Speed Labs Lightfox. They have the best. Them and Varmillo have the best cases. And then the other one I recommend. This is one of my favorites. It's upside down. This is the Smart Tree laptop case. I think it's a 14-inch. I don't remember. But these cases are fantastic because they're really hard. So you can honestly put your pad in here, just toss it in your bag. It will shift around a little bit depending on, I don't know which pad you're using, right? But you get the point. You get the point. And then I'm looking at my bag here. I have these, like the Galkeys, are these foamy ones. These are fine. They do the job, but don't expect to like just drop your books and if you're going to school, you're going to work, your laptop. You kind of want to just throw everything because it is going. It's very thick. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying. You know what you're paying for. When you buy these are hard, like a hard. It's not cardboard, but it's like a hard shell. So you know with these, nothing's gonna like mash in your switches and wear your switches out. You know all that stuff that we worry about. All right. So yeah. Yep. These are the ones I use the most when I go, that aren't too bulky and that are get the job done. But personally, I like hard shell cases because I'm paranoid. But there is a price to pay. When you go to a place like Evo, shout out to me, Evo. Shout out to me going 2-2 at Evo for the first time. I almost got destroyed, but you know, so anyway, there's a Tekken tournament going on today, the one in Pakistan. I was watching it. And I've got a newfound respect for the pros because you're watching them play. Most of the time, you're waiting. You're waiting for a couple hours. It's like, okay, yeah, who's up? And you just start playing, and you're done. And you're done for like another 2 hours. So you're really cold when you start playing. But anyway, here is what comes with the stick. And here's a point that I want to make. This also drives the fact home why they should definitely make the B full kit. The other two modules for the B. So We're going to talk about these springs because I got asked in the comments about springs. We're going to talk about that. This metal plate, this thing is like, it's dense. This is the plate that comes with the stick. And this goes on the bottom. If you don't use the bottom row with your stick, you put this in. But look, it doesn't fit. And that's my point, where I could put it here, but let's be honest, like, see how this is kind of like wobbling around? This thing is a heavy piece of metal. Like, so if I crack, like, remember brass knuckles? Like, do kids even use brass knuckles anymore? I'm like showing my age over here. But if you bust someone in the face with brass knuckles, they're going out. If, you know, why am I so violent? My kids, I'm sure most of us did martial arts, right? My kids, we went in the garage and I pulled out like my karate bow, my Wing Chun, well, the wooden dummies outside, but just all the different things, right, that you do over the years. My ninja swords and knives and ninja star stuff. And then like my daughter goes, "Daddy, why do we have so many weapons in this house?" Where's one thing? I just laughed. Why do we have so many weapons in this house? Like, do you want to learn or not? The Kali sticks. I pulled to show my son Kali, and they're like, "Why do you have so many weapons in this house?" So I have my switch puller in here. What else is in here? Okay, here's the gate. We're gonna talk about the gates. And then again, if anyone has a Booter 5, keep the case. This thing is very valuable as far as your storage. Like, really try even your wrappings, things that come in the mail. Use them to store your stuff, because you know, or just use a Ziploc bag. But these are actually thicker. All right, so let's dive in. Let's put this back in here. Okay. All right. So again, when you take everything out of the stick, you're going to see this metal plate in there, and you won't have a home for it. Even here, that fits there. So one module will always be like not able to fit. So that's that. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. And I'm going to take this apart just because we're going to go through like something very important that I need to discuss. So, in case you're wondering also, 9 out of 10 when I'm playing, I only have 2 screws in. I don't put all 4 in, because I probably should, but since I'm changing it around all the time, I don't feel like just redoing all of them, so I only do 2. Where's my extra case? My extra case. So I talk about storing your screws, and here I am just throwing screws everywhere, aren't I? And I know I'm going to get pissed if I lose them. Excuse me, I'm going to get upset, excuse my language. Do I have any more Booter 5 case? I do, right there, boom. Here's a Booter 5 case. So I will get upset if I lose these things. Stuff in here. And my cards. You see me at events, I'll be handing out cards with all my QR codes, all those things. Keep it professional. You gotta grow this business. We're trying to grow. We're trying to grow. Okay, boom. Let's put the screws in here. Come out. Okay, good. No problem. Carlo Vivo de los Santos. No problem. No problem. And again, with the case, just be aware that it's going to add weight to your bag. It's really, you know, how much you care about your switches getting smashed on. And I'm weird like that. I care. So I don't mind the weight of lugging it around. Boom. So all the 4 screws get removed. Now it looks like this, right? Just like, and this is what really makes it work. This connects to the rails, and you can't adjust this. And as see this little thing right here on the bottom, it goes in here. So you can't put this upside down. You can't get it wrong. All right. Let's close this up. Okay, so let's take this apart. And this is gonna be the last time I take this apart, because I'm probably gonna wear this thing. I've already taken it apart like 6 times. Uh-oh, where did that go? Where did that go? I know it's in here somewhere. Well, we just lost the screw. We just lost the screw. Okay. Because I really want to make a point. There's a point in the video I talk about, and I pinned a comment because the thing I try to do in the video will not work, and that's using different switches on the pad. It just won't work. It won't work. And okay, so where did that screw go? Oh, it's right here. Boom, found you. I'll find you. Anybody seen Wedding Crashers? I'll find you. All right. So as you're going through this, again, you have 3 different gates, right? So you can decide how you want this to feel. Do you want it to have a circular where it's just always moving? The square, where for me, I don't play stick because I can never. Where's the thing at? I don't play stick because I can never find down, back, down, forward, like your jump angles, your low block. I can't find it when I'm messing around. I can do it, but in a panic, I can't find it, so I get frustrated, and that's when we go to Leverless. But that right. So but I use the optical. Is it optical? I use the optical one. So now, when you're in here, this pin, just like any other joystick, is hard to get off. Like, no ifs, ands about it, right? The reason you're going to take it off is because you want to change your spring. This pad comes with 2 extra springs. It comes with I think it comes stock with soft, but there's a medium and a hard. I forgot which is installed. I like the hard because I want my stick to return the neutral. Like when I press it, I want to come back neutral as fast as it can, right? So I like the harder spring. And again, here's all the extra screws and blah, blah, blahs. But that's what you're fine. Now, if you already own a joystick, and again, I don't play sticks, so my terminology is going to be wrong. Just bear with me. Just understand the point I'm trying to make, not the words I'm using, right? The point I'm trying to make is, oh, where did I put the springs? Dang it, I put them up. The springs on your standard joystick are bigger. You're probably like, what am I talking about? Well, here's the Mayflash F500. Mayflash F500, right? The stick in here, this is a beefy, it's a big boy, right? She's a big girl, she got a donkey, right? So with this pad, I put a tighter spring on here. They're slightly wider than the spring that's on here, and those that know springs will know what I'm talking about. So you will need the tighter spring to go on this stick. And if you had the Fightbox M1 with the stick over here on the side, you know, same thing. And this one does, you can see how I lift right here. You can lift and take this off. I could play this leverless, or I could play it with a stick. And this is not as thick as the Mayflash, so you know your stick components will be slightly shorter. You know, all the stick people know what I'm talking about, but that's how that works. But this is a clicky sound, right? So I was like, okay, I like the clicky sound. Whereas this pad, oh, this is clicky too. Never mind, they both are clicky. They're both clicky. I wanted that sound and that feel, right? Put this over this here. Woof. I'm just waiting on the X to drop under 150. I don't know if that's going to happen. And the reason I say that is they have the M Ultra Gen 1. The M Ultra Gen 1's probably their highest like flat pad. And they have this. Given what this is able to do, like if you get into this and buy all the modules, you're looking probably at $299, I would say. So kind of keep that in mind, including a booty. You're looking at well, now the booty should be $25, now they're $50 because of tariffs, right? But you know, be fully aware that that's what you're looking at. And again, you don't want this pad unless you know you want a flat stick pad. Get this. You know you plan to change the modules. Get this. You know you have the G, and actually I saw 3 Gs at EVO. I was shocked. I thought I'd see more S's than Gs. You have the G, which is small and compact, but it has the MX switches just like this. But you want like a bigger lap, and you can't find the cheap box footsies. Cheap box footsies is fantastic. You'll buy that first, but you know you want the full size. Or you look at the Quamba Sapphire compared to this, like you're comparing things to the MX, the Victrix Pro KO. You're in that zone. You know what you're looking for MX. Then you would consider this because the price is not bad compared to like the Sapphire, the Quamba, the Sapphire, the Victrix Pro KO, and there's one more. My brain's slipping, but you get the point, right? If you're in the market for MX, if you're looking at a low profile and you just want the frame with the low profile, don't buy this, because the M Ultra Gen 1, the M Ultra Gen 2, low profile are cheaper. And they're full size. They're not as wide as this, but they're full size. You don't need this if you're only going to be in low profile. But if you're doing MX or you're doing stick or you're doing Joycons, that's where or you know you're switching and swapping. That's where the X series is fantastic. But that has to be said. If you're low. Anyway, I'm not going to repeat myself 10 times. But yeah, but I see what you're saying. Well, oh wait, it's 160. Oh, it's 164 right now. So price is slowly coming down. Wow, that's really good. And if you do the app, Wolf, because Sin put me onto this, the AliExpress app, and use your tokens. You might bring that down. I think that's a good price. Even the low profile version at that price is good because it gives you room to try the different things out if you want to. So I hope it makes sense. I didn't read the rest of your message, but now I see it. The M Plus Gen 2 has dropped to 104, so that's looking tempting to Jim. So I have the Gen 2 right here. And if I could burn through this, I could do a quick unboxing. The video's coming out tomorrow. So I could cut, maybe I'll do like an unboxing. We'll see. I didn't think anybody would even mention Gen 2, so I was going to save it to the end. But Wolf read my mind. He's like, look, I got a funny feeling he's going to talk about it today, so we'll talk about that too. Code, shout out to Code. Happy Sunday, Code. Hot 42 need to put out a leverless with Hall effect switches. You know what's so funny, Code? Given Hot 42's legacy and the way they do things, I would not be shocked if they're not already working on it. I think they're probably waiting for, because the switch technology is like, Orville's funny because he's definitely on top of it. But I think it hasn't fully set. The dust isn't settled on which one to go with. So I think that's what they're waiting for. I think KO hasn't made like 3 or 4 versions yet, so I think they're just waiting. But once they get it going, I think that's going to really take off. I really do. Yeah. What was I going to say? So on here, right? Where's my tool? This joystick is driven by 2 things. There's a spring inside that determines that, but your switches also do it. Look, these are just regular. I'll pull it in a second. These are just regular KO low profile switches. So you're like, okay, well, what does that matter? I put these are white reins, so they're a higher force, right? When I let go, they're pushing the spring is pushing the shaft, pause, and the switches are pushing the base. You gotta push that base, right? So in my mind, because I tried the Tiki Taka Panda V1s, they were fantastic. They were super soft, they're like smooth, everything else, and it was super responsive. But the point I'm making is you can't mix and match, because in the video I did white rain, I did hide, mountain, clicky, and phantoms. And here's my thought. When I move forward back, I don't want anyone to hear it. I just want to move. And then when I go up and down, like if I do a Hadouken or I jump, it'll give me a clicky sound just for me, right? It was kind of stupid. I didn't really care. I just wanted it. And the force in those switches were very similar. So I figured, well, what's the big deal? At first, I thought it was a tactile bump because it wasn't working. And let me show you this video. This is very important. You need to know this by this pad because you're going to freak out like, what's going on here? Go here. Go here. Can y'all see that? Oh wait, I have it unlisted. Let me. It's in my Discord. Give me a second. Give me a second. Go here. Here. Here we go. Copy link. I can't see. Copy link. Go here. Okay. So here I'm testing with Tekken, right? And look at the directionals on the left-hand side. You'll notice that you never see down, back, down, forward, up, back, up, forward. And I'm actually moving forward. I'm going down to forward, down to forward, down to back, down to back. It's not activating. So at first I thought it was a tactile switch. I was like, what is going on? Why is it so like, ugh? I have to turn the quality up. There you go. Much better. See, I was only jumping up, not jumping forward. So I was like, oh God, I think I thought something was up. And then, so here's what I was thinking. I was like, well, given the switches have a bump, maybe it wasn't registering. Was what my mind was telling me that. Okay, so let me come back out here. Come back. So here's what my mind was saying. My mind was saying because of the, so when you use any clicky switches, I can't see. There you go. Come down here. Any clicky switch or clicky or tactile, what they do is when you push, they don't do anything until click. So it's like a space and then a true bump. So I was like, when I would do the stick like this, like barely moving, nothing was happening. I could feel the stick like the switches in that gray zone, but they weren't hitting the bump yet, and I had to fully register. So I would go here to fully register. So I was like, oh, you can't use tactiles. And then I went in Discord. I was kind of frustrated. I posted this comment like, this thing is stupid, doesn't work. I actually made another video. I can show you all that too. And Orville was like, look, no, I have this with the clickies. You have to use the same switch around the whole thing. I even tested with the Tiki Takas, the ice cream taros. I was just mixing them up, seeing which one I like the most. You cannot do that. When you do that, the way this is designed, it just won't activate properly. Everything has to be the same. So whatever switch, you can use any switch you want. Like I confirm now, because I put all hide mountains, it worked just fine. I put all white rains, it worked just fine. I put the wind engine. So as long as you use the same switch, everything will work just fine. It will do what it needs to do. But if you mix and match, when you do this, one will activate, the other will activate, but they both won't. They just won't be in sync. So don't get confused by that. To get them out, where's the base? You take your tool, it just lifts softly. It comes right out really soft. Like you don't have to force it. It comes right out. right? And I'll just do a couple. And what's nice is they label the bottom so you know what you're touching. And I know it's blurring, so just bear with me. This one says right. This is the right. This is down. This one probably says left. But you get the point. Up, left, down, right. It tells you when you take the switch out. Be very, very, very careful. You're touching the pin just to right. So you'll push the hole here and just push it out, and then hold the base and just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Don't bend your ribbon. So make sure you grab it from the sides. Grab from the sides. See the ribbons over here? Don't touch that. Grab from the sides. Push this down. Just like that. See how it came loose? But it's still going to be stuck with the teeth. Just hold it and just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Nice and slow. And it comes out. Don't be in a rush. Also, when you put them back, don't be in a rush. I've bent so many switches being in a rush, jamming them in there. Take your time. Line them up with the pins. You'll feel it. And just push nice down. But don't touch the rail. Push down. I mean, again, I'm talking to people who have no clue how to be technical. Like most people in the discords, I don't really say much to them, because if you're in a discord server about controllers, you know what the heck you're talking about, right? So when it comes to like the Hot 42 discord or like the vendor discords, for the most part, you know what you're doing, or you're either super lost or super smart. The middle people don't truly hang out that much in there. So I've been in there for over 18 months, so it's kind of like that. So now when you put it back together, right? Your first thought is this board should go in the gap right here. See that gap? It does not. It goes behind the gap. The switch itself goes in the rail. So you line the switch up. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. There you go, like that. So now the switch is in the rails and the board goes behind. Do the last one. And the reason this matters is when you do the first one, this one ribbon is so tight, you're going to be yanking on it. You're going to break it. Be careful. Just, you're going to figure it out. Just take your time. Don't be in a rush, right? Put the switch in, the board goes in the back. You're all set. 1, 2, 3, done. Just like that. So when you change this out, you leave switches in. You just take this pin is hard. I'm not going to do it because it's hard to get out. I was getting mad putting it back in. Use your tool. Use whatever you need to do to get this lock pin out. And then this cap is what holds your spring in place. It's already pre-lubed. It's got lube. Yes, sir. All that stuff, right? And then there's, you know, everything sits. Don't drop your stuff. Everything sits right in there. It's all metal, but you get the point. Let's see. Code. Also, what spring brand that the hot pad arcade stick? I don't know the brand, Code. I don't, and I probably should look that up. But I can just tell you that it's not as wide in diameter as the standard, I would say, because the ones that's on my Mayflash F500 was a wider spring. I remember ordering it. That was like 4 years ago, but it was a bigger spring than this. The spring that came with this, and I can show you what it looks like. It's not tiny. Come out. All my screws are in here. Hold on. Come on. There you go. Okay. Okay, so the spring is the same diameter as the pole because it won't go down the pole. She wants to slide down that pole and she can't do it. Right. So that's, I don't know if that helps any, but that gives you a clue of this spring is about the same diameter as the whole outer casing as the stick. Here. 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 Okay. Okay, all that's in there. Good. And when all that's there, once you start testing the gates, you don't have to screw them in. You may put one screw in, because here's what I was doing. I put the gate on, and the way this sits, here's the bottom that goes here. So the nub sits to your right? Now for me, I was kind of just loading it, and I would kind of wiggle it into place. See how it's already out of alignment. So maybe you should just take one screw, put one screw right here, and that way it stays in place, right? I was doing it the other day, but now I'm live. I can't do it, but I was able to get it down at least, and I would hold it, and I would try the different gates out, and that's how I was able to test which one I liked the most. Yeah, I'm messing up. It's a lot easier when you don't have a microphone and camera like right in your line of sight, but you get the point. Got it. Boom. So now I can hold this down, and I would do like this. I can hear my switches. I can feel the switches, feel the stick, and all that stuff, right? And even your top, your ball top, it screws right off. So, I should have the diameters, and I don't. I apologize, but I had this. I think this is the one that came with it. It's a standard black, nothing special. But I had other ones from the Mayflash from a couple years ago. Like I had this one was kind of cool. that kind of fit the style. But something about this red really jumped out at me as far as like how it looks on here. I had a metal one. My metal ones are over there. So I have a metal on the M1. I have a metal on the F500. And this one, I wanted a metal one of these, but the weight is heavier. So I don't know how that weight is going to affect the feel of the stick. But if you play on stick, I'm telling you things you already know. Again, I am not a stick player. I suck at playing that stick. Even on Tuesday, I did a tournament on Tuesday with the stick, and I was frustrated to all heaven and back. But you get the point. So dial it the way you like it, and it'll feel right at home. But it's the way I have it set to me. I like it. The white reins with the hard spring gives me a tighter feel. And the biggest thing for me was when I move, I should plug it in, but when I move like bare small circles, the white reins activate. The Tiki Taka Panda V1s, the black and white ones, they activate super fast, but they're soft. So I don't. The spring should keep it hard, but anyway, they were so soft, they were activating really quick. So I don't know if the softer the force, the faster it activates. I do not know, but just some things to consider. I knew just using it, I wanted a tighter spring just for the way I like to play. So, what else is there about the stick and the gates? So you have gates from other sticks and things. Oh, here's right here. I found it. I knew I had it right here. Let's see. Give me a second here. So I'm going slow because I know I'm gonna bump and like knock all the screws everywhere, and I'm gonna get pissed. So let me close this. Let me close the lid before I forget. They don't go flying. I'm gonna get really upset. But here is like, I guess, a standard spring. Oh, you can't really. It doesn't slide over it. Dang it. Because it is noticeably wider than than this one. If I do that, does that help? Oh, this is metal. Wow. I'm trying to think how I could show y'all how big this is. I don't have any point of reference. Because if you guys are like me, before you had kids, I'm sure you don't have any rulers around the house. I didn't. And I don't go to events with a ruler. Like, there we go. Maybe we use the head. No, that's a bad example too. Anyway, you get the point. I'll kind of show the best I can. You really can't tell. This is the hot. This is a stand. I'm going to say standard because I don't use stick every day, but this is what I use on the F500. This is noticeably bigger. It's wider. And this, it can't really fit inside, right? Because even here, it's bigger, but it's not sliding down the pole. It's just wider, right? Whereas this one here is almost perfectly lined up with it. So I don't know how else to explain it. I don't have any. There's Apple Pencil. Is this a good point of reference? No, you can't see there. Anyway, you get the point. It is a slightly smaller diameter spring than what you would find on your regular stamp sticks. Your gates. If you have the gates, my assumption is with every brand, the gates are all different based on the controller manufacturer, right? So these gates are noticeably smaller, right? It's proprietary. It's their own thing. Everybody has their own thing, so I don't think that really matters. But stick, I'm just going to answer any questions a stick person might have based on the equipment that I have in front of me to give you a clue, because I don't have the stick things. I don't have all the answers. I don't play stick like that. Yep. So what else we got? We did the various ball tops that I've tested. I have the bat tops, all the different things, the gates, the springs. What else would a stick person ask? Okay, that's what's in. How to take it off the screws, how to test it without having to do all the work, how to install, add and remove your switches and not break your controller or break the ribbon. Just don't break the ribbon. The different switch types, remember, don't mix match your switches. I learned the hard way. Do not mix match your switches. This case is taking too much space. It was like, why do I feel so crowded? There we go. I was feeling claustrophobic. There we go. Yeah. The tops you can use. The shaft is proprietary, magnetic, everything else. All right, let's put this back together. Boom, cover it. Let's put it back together. So I have my gate. All my switches are in, nice and tight, good. Screws are right here. And we'll talk about the Joycons while I do this and don't make a mess. And the screws are different. So your case screws are longer than the inside screws. So here's the screws that go around the gate are all I can't get this right. Can't get this right. Like that. That's probably a bad. I hope you could tell. But here is the case. Here is the what's around the gate. The gate, right? So I'll put that there. I'll put this on the top so I can find it when I need it. And they're different, like thread too. The ones around the gate are you can't tell, but they're a thicker threads. You can't get them mixed up. You really can't. But don't get them mixed up. You'll mess up the threading on your controller. There we go. So let me check chat here while I'm doing this. Let's line this up. I want to strip it. Okay. It's nice that the gates are easy to change. Yeah, most sticks you have to take the whole thing apart. Facts. I remember doing the F500 and it was a nightmare. Not only to take the whole case apart, like that is a good thing about these flatter sticks. We're gonna call it that. I don't know the proper word, but customizing the stick unit is very easy. You don't have as many options. Like I know Mitch, we were talking last year. Shout out to Mitch. And he was teaching me about all like the Korean levers, there's different levers, different components. You're not buying this for that. You're just not. If you know you're that deep in the weeds of joysticks, I would not tell you to buy the X series stick. Or I don't think you're gonna. If you're that deep in the weeds, you're not gonna get what you're looking for, because you know what I'm saying. You know, I don't know how to say it. You know what you're trying to do, and this is you're doing what you want to do within their wheelhouse, and that's a good thing for people like me. Like my son was playing. I don't play 2XKO, do tutorial, all that stuff. He's messing with it, and he wanted to play the stick because he liked the way it felt, and he's not, like, you know, doing tournaments and stuff trying to dial in the way he wants it. But if you do tournaments, I think I saw it at Evo too. You can do tournaments. There's nothing wrong with this stick. It plays just fine. But I think I'm making sense. I feel like I think y'all know what I'm saying when I say, like, if you know you're a stick nerd and you want to do all these, you know, divvy dabs and wadadoos, you know, with your stick, you're not even looking at this. Let's not pretend. If you know what you're trying to do, if you have the Fightbox M1, you have the Mayflash F500, or anything better or worse, you know what you're doing. You're not even looking at this, because even the buttons are not what you're looking for. These aren't Samwas or Quamba KTs. Like, yeah. So anyway, but for those that want you to stick, I think you'll be happy with this, because I've been happy using it. I don't even like stick, and I've been very happy playing with this. If I didn't like it, I'd tell you, I'd have no problems with it. So I'm leaving this on for a minute. So I'll put 2 screws in, and that way if I want to change it in a minute, I can change it back. So I'll probably put the leverless on here in a minute. Did I forget something? Did I forget? I one little thing. With every other module, they have these rails, right? And the rails allow you to adjust. Like once you get it to how your hands like it, you tighten it up. You can put them however you want. The stick, obviously, you can't, because you'd be adjusting your left and right. So that wouldn't make any sense. There's a lock metal, and this is all metal. There's like a metal lock. But every other module, you can adjust it, tighten it, and now you're playing how you want, right? So I'm gonna leave this here for a second, talking about Joy-Cons. So again, so if you can't get them out, take the screwdriver, put it in here, and just wedge and lift. It comes right out. There's no work. Just wedge and lift, comes right out. Don't start ripping things out like I do, because I'm a nutbag, right? Let's put that here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's talk Joy-Cons. With the oh wait. This is the other part of the stick. Again, this comes in a box of stick. This is meant to go here. Can y'all see that in the light? This is meant to go here. And again, that's if you know you will not be using this base. Just put this metal plate here, and it's heavy. Put this here, and now you're sticking, your buttons are all here. But what's nice is you can leave this here. You could do it. So if you have your thing here, you could put buttons down here and play like this if you want to. You can do whatever you want to do. The Joy-Cons is the only thing that's unique. Everything else, you put the regular firmware on and you just play, and you just mix and match however you mix all these things up the way you want, and then just do what you want to do. So that's really nice. I like how I'm in the MX mode. I only have to use the MX module. This is like a security code. None of that nonsense. It just plays. It's bad. All this back. Clean up your mess, because I'm about to make a big mess right now. Clean this up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this plate, and I already told you it doesn't fit in the case. It does, but one module will not fit once you have this. If you have everything in the set, one won't fit. That's why the B should definitely be made, because you're already doing it with the stick. That doesn't fit, so why not do it the rest, right? Okay, so Joy-Cons. Let me grab the video. Where's my screen? And I'm probably going to break one part of this Joy-Con video out, and that's the firmware install. I might just make my own little firmware install video, because I get asked a lot, like how people do it. Oops, wrong button, wrong button. I'm watching myself. I'm a narcissist, I'm watching myself. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a commercial. It might be a commercial. Okay, good, good, good. So, popping the Joy-Cons in is super easy. The options, the web config, here we go. Go. So, with the Joy-Cons, here's the special thing with the Joy-Cons. It comes with these little extra heads. I didn't even put these on. But if you like, you know, the bigger Joy-Con heads, and the reason I call them Joy-Cons, I should grab a Switch controller, because these are the exact same size as a Switch Joy-Con. Like they are spot on to the same feel. Yeah, it's a Joy-Con. Like you can't miss it, right? But to make the left and right work, the way pretty much every Leverless comes, essentially, they come in either D-pad. Most of them ship in D-pad mode, to be completely honest. They're coming in D-pad mode, so your D-pad and your lower D-pad, and the rest are just buttons to the D-pad, right? You can go in the web config and set this to left stick, to right stick. You can do whatever you want to do, but out the box, you usually set the D-pad. That's just what it is. Since you're adding a left stick, a right stick, and a D-pad, you have to go into settings to change that, right? They give you this card. The card looks like a lot of steps, but it's actually super easy to do. It's super easy. All right. The biggest thing is when you're doing it, the first thing first is your profile. You have to be in profile 1. You're like, what does that matter? I have multiple profiles on every one of my controllers. I have the way it comes out the box. I have my Tekken profile and I have my Street Fighter profile. And the reason I do that is when I play Tekken, I turn off these bottom buttons. I keep the directionals, these, because my thumb sits right here. So I'm always sitting on this button. And if I hit it, I'm going to get mad. So I turn this off in the web config. I turn this off because I don't use it. And the pinky, I set it, but you know, it's there, right? Point being, that's my Tekken profile. For Street Fighter 2XKO, I turn these back on and I'll put Super Shield, Super Punch somewhere down here or over here. That's because I'm playing like this. Whereas Tekken, my thumb's in the way. I play this way with these. I'm just kind of bouncing around, and I don't even use my thumb for those two games. So, yeah. All right. So went too fast. Go back. Go anyway. So, once you come in here. Here it is right here. Boom. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're setting the base lights. You want to make that, because when you can install the firmware raw or set it by hand. I'm kind of reading the card here, because that was from a live like last year. First thing I do is, if you look at pin 14, I turn off turbo on all of my pads. I turn on function, and I have a video. I keep saying I'm gonna make this video. I need to get this done, but I don't use turbo. Period. I pretty much get rid of turbo on every one of my pads. It just has function, because function is way more valuable to me. Turbo is kind of worthless to me. But you'll go through and you'll turn off the pins. It tells you like remove 26, 27, 28, 29. Just turn all that off. And the reason you're doing that is, and again, it has to be on profile 1. See, I've called Joy-Cons in the top left. You see my Tekken profile. See, I have different profiles, but you cannot. You can use them when you're in the stick mode. I mean, the joystick mode. Just it's not going to do what you want it to do. So you just put in pin into profile 1 and don't look back. When you're in Joy-Con mode, I would almost tell you just have one. You could clone the Joy-Con profile, but just make sure it's profile 1 is the one. Okay, I'm confusing myself. When you're in Joy-Con mode, you can only have one profile, and it's profile 1. So I should just delete those other profiles when I'm in Joy-Con mode, because I can't use them anyway. Now, here, you notice my turbo is disabled. I don't even use turbo. I disable it right off the jump. See, it says onboard LED, analog, turbo. Turbo's disabled. I just turn it off. I don't need it. It gets in the way. So here we go, analog. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit to kind of like speed this up. Okay. This is very easy what's happening. All you're doing is just saying, look, GP2040 gives you 29 pins to do things with, something like that. You're just saying, look, for my left and right stick, my up and down stick, you know, because because when you're in here, that's what you're doing. You're just saying each one of these are pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? The Joy-Cons. This one, and the click. Right? So you're setting all that up. So what I'm saying is for the analog stick, 26. Up and down is 26. Left and right, or X is Y. I'm sorry. Left and right is 26. Up and down is 27. This is the analog stick. And then X and Y axis, right? And then for the other Joy-Con, so you're kind of going Joy-Con number 1 on the left, 26 is left and right, 27 is up and down, and this is the, I'm telling the thing, hey, this is the left analog stick, perfect. And then I'm going to go on the next one, I go to the right stick, I say, this is 28, this is 29, what does this represent? The right analog stick, you know, that's what you're looking at. So we set that. I don't know if we do the inner dead zone, all this stuff. You start getting to the weeds of auto calibration, inner dead zone, all that stuff. You can go into weeds about what you want to do. But the top 8 options, that's really what it is. It's that simple, right? Of what you're doing. Why? So your mind is telling you, why does it do all these instructions? You're just activating these buttons. They're just buttons. You're just activating the buttons. It's the easiest way to explain it. And then here, input history, make sure you turn on input history for all your pads. And for version 0710, it's in the add-ons configuration screen, and 0711, it's in the display settings. But this is very valuable. It's 2107. I got the ASI LVL was the first pad I saw with this, where it shipped and I was pressing buttons and I could see the buttons on the screen. And this is super helpful because when you're in a battle, like you guys have seen me play, and I'm like, I didn't press that. Especially with online lag, you'll be doing stuff and you're like, I know I didn't press that. Just stop pressing buttons and look at your screen, and you'll see the last inputs you did. It shows all right on the bottom. You'll see them clear as day, and you can tell like, oh, that was me, or that wasn't me. Or you'll change your switches, and you're like, why am I like? Especially the shadow hunting, the Sacred Falcons, they're so short that you barely touch they activate. So in your mind, you're like, I pressed back forward. Why is it doing down back forward? Well, your finger was resting. You can look here, and you can see, oh, it was me, not the controller, not the game. Blah blah blah. So this is how you would do it if you don't want, and I tell you right there, that's how it's moved. But if you don't want to go changing the firmware, all that nonsense, just set it by hand. It's that fast, right? If you do want to change the firmware, when you go to GP2040, I've said this tons of times, just Google GP2040 downloads. Don't try to Google GP2040 CE, blah, 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 blah. You're not tech nerds, right? You're just people who want to play your controller and go about your day. GP2040 downloads, if you Google that, the first link is GP2040 downloads. It's you know, don't get overboard with it. Once you get in here, you're going to see tons of different things in here, and you see downloads. You'll click downloads. It brings you right back to the same place. You're like, okay, what do I do? My advice is you can scroll down. You'll find it down here, but don't click this. Don't click this. Go to the top, and is that pink or purple or magenta? I'm colorblind. It's one of those colors. It says GP2040 CE releases. Click on that at the very, very, very top. It's so small, right? Click on that. Boom, right there. Click on that. That'll bring you here. Now this feels nerdy, it feels codey, like who cares, right? But this is the page. It'll always bring you to the latest version of the firmware. This is what you want. When you scroll down, it'll take a second, it'll pause, and it'll auto load. You'll see everything start popping up at the bottom. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Once you get there, the very top, you'll see Flash Nuke. Download that. Flash Nuke for every GP2040 controller is the same file. There's no don't quote me, but as far as I know, there is no vendor specific Flash Nuke, right? And again, I'm not talking to technical people, I'm talking to general people who bought this and want to use it. As you, a general person, the Flash Nuke you find right here is your means of just wiping the controller to its raw state. Because it's just a flash drive, to be honest. So you're wiping this flash drive as you play games with to its natural state. Once you do all that, then you scroll down. You'll see it there, and make sure you click keep, it'll pop up. Then you find 4 Hot 42s and you start freaking out. Okay, like what the heck do I do? Did I mess up? I don't want to break my controller. This controller in particular, this one uses the regular, the one at the top. It says Hot 42 Coxmox, right? That's what pretty much every one of their pads uses that version. Okay, so you'll be fine. How do you know the difference? This controller, there's lights on the bottom, but they're really not lights. Because this case is metal, the lights from here are just shining out the bottom. That's really what's happening to you. Because I'm about to make a statement, I want you to understand what I'm about to say before I say it. So every one of their pads uses the base firmware, except if you buy the M Lite. The M Lite has buttons no physical up and down switches, but there's a separate set of lights. There's a separate pin that drives these lights around the base. So when I come here, I can press different key combinations to make these lights go blue, red, purple, flash colors, whatever I want. So this is flashing purple, and I can make the buttons green because they're separate LEDs, separate, right? This appears like it has base lights, but it does not. This is one set of lights. It just has button lights, but because this case is metal, they're shining out the bottom. Okay, you might be able to see that. There's a gap right here. They're just shining out the plastic crack on the bottom, but that's what that is. Right. So when you look at this, that's why you would download the M lights. Any pad that has no physical switches, button lights that are red, base lights that are blue, that's what the light firmware is telling you. There's two buttons and base. They probably should just, instead of calling it M light, they should call it buttons and base. That would actually give people a very clear understanding of. They should put this as Hot 42 Coxmox button lights, or I don't know, buttons. Hot 42 Coxmox, instead of M light, put buttons and base. The M Ultra, I'll show you all that. Trini, shout out to Trini. Happy Sunday, Trini. Okay, and I'm trying to think. I think the E, if I remember, I'm trying to remember which other pad uses the M light firmware. But the way you know which firmware to use, if you only have button lights, it's regular. If you have buttons and a base, like two different things going on, then you want the M light. If you have buttons, base, and physical switch, see how there's two switches here? These are up and down switches. I can click these; they're physical. That's when you would get the M Ultra. So I know the names would get super long because it'd be Hot 42 buttons, Hot 42 buttons and base, Hot 42 buttons, base, and switches. That is ridiculous. I take that back. That's kind of ridiculous. But that's really what they're telling you here. So that's when you put the M Ultra firmware. So any pad, and I have the M Ultra Gen 2. I might pull that out in a second. But any pad that has buttons, base, and physical switches, not just buttons up here. I'm talking about physical up and down, locking, unlocking switches. They use the M Ultra firmware. And this pad has one. Wait a minute. This is a lock switch. Well, that's what the P has a lock switch. That's right. Because the P has the lock here and the P uses the regular firmware. So yeah, it gets, the more I'm saying out loud, I'm probably confusing everybody, but just, hey, just figure it out. And the last one you see is the analog. The analog is for these. So you're thinking, well, do I need the analog for this? Can I just use the regular? You can use both. The whole point of the analog was, if you don't want to take the time to go into the add-ons and set those 8 options, it wasn't hard. You know, I'll go back so y'all can see. What time is it? I am at 3:37. If you don't want to come in here and do this part, if you don't feel like doing this, that's what that firmware is for. But if you have settings, so anyway, that's what you're looking at, right? Let's go back. So now what I'm telling you to do is download both. Download the regular one and the analog. That way you have the latest version of both firmwares. What you'll do is you'll load it. Make sure you click keep when you download them, right? Click keep. Once you load them, go through all the settings, set everything up the way you like, but make sure you do this. Go to data, backup and restore. Make sure you back up your config, because, and make sure you click keep after you do it. Because now when you switch your firmwares back and forth, like now I have I have this controller in regular mode, sticking out whatever you're doing, right? I set it the way I have my colors, I have my splash screen, I have my inputs, I have everything done the way I like. My buttons are mapped. Go to data backup config and save it and name it, you know, hot X series regular, just X series, right? Now you're done. Load the firmware for the Joycons. Set everything up. You know, maybe you change your color. For me, I think I have red and blue, and I think I have blue and red. That way I know which mode I'm in. But do whatever you want to do. Your splash screen, set how you want. Do all that stuff. Now your Joycons are ready to go, whatever. Do a data backup and call it X series analog. So now you'll flash nuke. Because I'm like holding this and confuse people. You'll flash nuke this, load the stock firmware, and then what do? You just go, don't even like do anything. Like load the firmware, go straight to here, backup and config. I'm sorry, I can't see. Go straight to backup and config, right? And just say restore. Boom. Now everything is, it has the regular firmware and it has all your settings. When you want to go back to Joycons, flash nuke it, drop the analog firmware on there. Go to data backup restore, just do a restore. Boom. Now everything is back the way you like it. So I hope I'm not being a dead horse. That's a weird phrase. I gotta stop saying that. Anyway, I hope I'm not being a dead horse. But that way, that's why you're seeing two and like how all this works. And this part right here, I might make this a separate video on just how to install your firmware because it's so fast. But I get asked a lot how to do it. But yeah, that's, and so I'm saving, I'm backing up, and there's a point here in this part. Okay. When I installed the analog firmware, I did it twice. When I installed them, I did a flash nuke, put the analog on here. I went in the settings, did what I wanted to do, and I was done, right? No big deal. My lights were not turning on. They weren't coming on, right? So what I had to do was I had to go to config, LED configuration, see it's -1. That means disabled. So I should ping the train, let them know. Again, I don't know if this is everyone, but this is what I saw doing it 3 times. Every time I load the analog, the latest firmware, I flash nuke and load the analog, my RGB LED config data GPO pin was -1, which means disabled. So I set that to 28. And what's you could do, you do 21, 28 or 22. I don't want to get in the weeds of what to do, but I did 28, and I think it's on that card. That's why I picked 28. I don't remember, but you know, 20, 29, the last ones. Anyway, if you see that, just put your 28 in there, right there. Put 28. Save it and you're done. And all that means is, remember, at the end of the day, right, you are not a technical person. You just use these dumb things, right? They're just controllers to you. This controller is a flash drive, to make it as simple as I can make it. So that's why you see RP1, RP20 when you plug your computer. It's a flash drive. Once you wipe that flash drive and then put a piece of software in here called GB2040, now this flash drive can receive messages and act like a controller. If you look at it that way, it makes it so much easier to understand. Now your device is acting like a controller. Each button that you push needs a pin. And at the current time, I think GB2040 has 29 pins. I could be wrong, but I think so, right? So everything you look at is 29, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't know if I counted these or not. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27. So you see where I'm going with this? Like, everything you touch needs to have a pin to know, to listen for messages. That's the point I'm making. So that, and again, it gets much deeper than that. I'm giving you the very, very, very high level what you're dealing with, and it makes picking your controller, use your controller so much easier. You won't be so mystified by what these things are doing. There's no magic. It's just, that's what it is, engineering, right? It's pretty straightforward. So once you put your module in, you can mix and match. Oh, and you can mix and match. Knock them out and do what you want to do. You can adjust it. I have the low profile here, I have the MX here. So when I'm playing a game, if I'm playing like Call of Duty, I can run around, I can click. Actually, I'm playing a Marvel game with this. We'll play the Marvel game today. I'll play it just like this to give you a clue. I'm sorry, I'm not reading chat here. Shout out to Marshall Thomas. Shout out to Marshall Thomas. Doing good to saying hello. Shout out to Soko. Shout out to Soko. Happy Sunday, Marshall Thomas. Happy Sunday, Soko. I can't read. Happy Sunday to Marshall Thomas, and happy Sunday to Soko. Check you later, brother. Thanks for no problem. Glad to help. And tomorrow I'm gonna show you guys. Should I unbox the Ultra Gen 2? Because the review's coming out tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll unbox it. I gotta think about what I want to do. But did we cover all the X series? I know I talk fast, so I tried to cover. And here's the box for the Joycons. I forgot to show this. They come just like this. It's very. I think it's a little cover on top, but they come like that. So I could throw that away. And then these, I should use these. I never use these things. I probably should. Do that. They're okay. I mean, the Joy-Con does this too. I don't know if I ever use these things. They're a little slippery. I like the groove inside for me. Boom. Let's see. Let's check. Did I cover everything else in the Joy-Con setup? I did. Yep, that's all of it. That's all of it. There we go. I did it. And I have another video I can show y'all Make planning in this one. Copy, copy, copy. Again, this is that warning for the stick. This is very important. It's about to die. Okay, so let me mute this. It's on mute. And again, this is the stick. And here I was trying to see how I have different switches there. The hide mountain and the phantoms. You cannot do that. I wanted to, but you can't because they see that bump. Boom. Let me go closer so y'all can see it. This is before I figured out what's happening. This is their tactile, like right there, and boom. They don't activate till they pass that final bump. See, boom. Like I'm going slow and they activate. Slow, activate. And I'm talking, but the talking doesn't matter because I was wrong. Once I talked to the Discord, we figured it out, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. But I was frustrated. I was like, what the heck? I'll skip for a little bit. Can you? There we go, right there. See the angle is it just won't activate. I thought it was the tactile bump, but it's not. It's because the switches are different. That's why. You have to use the same switches. There you go. All right, so that is everything X series. Come on. If you have the X, use the case that comes with the X. Any other case, it might fit, but this is wide. It is wide. It's not as wide as a Sapphire, but it is wide. You kind of limits your case options. Keep your Ziploc bags and all that stuff to carry all your goods and gots. All your screws and things, your stick, all that stuff in the board and your tool. We did it. We did it. We did it. I did it. I did it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Let's get hot. Turn the fan on. So, like I said, if you're looking at some of these other things, like the Fightbox M1, the Mayflash F500, any other type of joystick, yeah, do what feels right to you. And now you just kind of know what you're getting into. This is super easy to travel with, though, because this pops right off. And also at first, I think it didn't break in, but at first, it didn't feel like, it felt chalky. I don't know how to say it. Like, it felt almost like this was moving, like it wasn't stable. But I guess now it's broken in. I don't feel any of that. And it could have been the switches. You know, it was probably because I had those hide mountains in here because they don't activate until like you actually press. In my head, I was like, this doesn't feel natural. But because our standard switch, you can't split. But here, it's super tight, right? Because it has a super tight spring. But yeah, and if you feel any stiffness anywhere, it's not this. My thought is your switch. Just lube your switches and that'll make them super smooth. But again, once you're playing, I don't think you're gonna notice any of that. I think I'm feeling it because I'm being particular and I'm going very, like, no one plays like this. No one moves like this on any game. You would never do that. Never in 1,000 years, right? So when you move even with these, if I push these like super slow, I could feel, they feel fine, but some will feel chalky, some feel super smooth. You know, it's that. But when you're playing with it, I don't think you're gonna notice. I really don't. It'll feel normal. Naughty Sama, shout out to Naughty Sama. I can't read today. Shout out to Naughty Sama. Shout out to Naughty Sama. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Boom. Let's put this down. Yeah, go for it. Okay. Now I'm thinking, should I have the video coming tomorrow. Should I just unbox this now? Or should I just wait? Because we're talking this next Sunday. So I'm playing a tournament on Tuesday with this. We're talking next Sunday about this, the Ultra Gen 2. There's a lot to talk about. I already finished the Versus video. That'll be out next Monday. Not tomorrow, but the Monday after next. So we're going to talk about this for the next 2 weeks. So I'm torn. Thank you. If I should open this. I'm going to unbox it real quick. Let me think about it. I probably should unbox it because that's kind of fun. I like unboxing. They're fun. What's your thought between this one and the LVL? Between the Xers and the LVL? Let me grab the LVL. So, I'm going to fit all this in the desk. Okay. I'm probably going to make this more complicated for you, but you asked, I'm going to answer. Here we go. Here we go. Where can I make space? So I know I'm going to lose this stuff, so I'm trying to put everything together so I don't lose who goes with what. Okay. Okay. So let's do it this way. Do it this way. Do it this way. There we go. Take off the stands. So the LVL. Shout out to this chainsaw man. Let's respect the artwork. Let's take a moment. Let's respect the artwork, right? This is actually a Google photo that I found. I just changed some of the colors around, moved things around, and I added different effects because we had just watched Chainsaw Man. So I was like, I actually want more Chainsaw Man things, but there's not a lot of wallpaper for Chainsaw Man. I'm about to go down the rabbit hole. So the A-side LVL. Your board is right here. This board is removable. If you buy this pad, make sure you buy 2 of these because I think it's like $7. It's $20 on top of your price. Just buy 2. The first thing to break on any controller is a USB-C port. So just get 2. Like, right? So boom. So you bought this pad. You got 2 of these. Get this is the small booter, right? If you play on PS5, just leave it in here. I just leave mine in there. So get that, right? The keyboard switches. It comes with the speed silver switches. For me, they were too tall for me because I'm used to low profile. That's how I play. So these are the low profile auto moves. I wonder if the Raptors are low profile. I could put the Raptors. Hold up. Where's my Raptor switches at? Okay, so the height of the switch is the same on here. So if you like MX, you don't mind the height, they're gonna play the same. What's the question? What's different, right? So outside of that, this is fully modular. So if you, given the price of both of these, I don't think they sell price in a while, but I know they're similar in price. So given that factor, this is a huge value because you're getting this pad plus a convertible. You can get more stuff, right? If you plan to do that. This is way more compact. This plays great. This is like, so you can change the power ports, easy to do. It has the padding here in the bottom. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. You have all your pins and labeling here in the bottom. It's clear, all that nice stuff. I gotta think about that some more because given now, I didn't know this came down. This was like 200 before. So if it's come down that much in price, that puts these two like, that's an interesting conversation now. I don't know. So I'll come back to that. Let me think about it. You're probably wider than the Mavericade. The Mavericade, this is the KL low profile version, but they have the MX version as well. And this is a full-size pad, metal plate on the bottom with the foam installed, and acrylic sandwich so you can change your artwork off the top, put it like all the different stuff, right? But these, well, if you're looking at MX, the Sapphires to come in this conversation also. Where's my Sapphire? Because you're looking at MX switches, these 4, I have one more, but I don't know if I'd recommend that one, but these 4 I could see in front of me, and the Dot for 2G is actually good with the cheap box footsie is good too, but these 4 plus the G with the cheap box footsie are what I have experience with, and those things I would say to consider. So between these two, given the price is so similar, you're probably getting a better, this is metal. Yeah, the X-Series is really good because you could do whatever you want with it for essentially, but you're paying like $50 more. But Midnight just said is cheaper in England right now. And this I think is $175, and it has like all your tools in the base, all this stuff. Plastic frame, really big base, is bigger than the X-Series. Adjusts the switches, all that stuff. It's MX. The MX version of the Mavericade. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because this is a more this is big, but it's more compact. This is your standard layout. The extra large button on the bottom. don't play MX enough to like give you the best answer. The reason I keep looking at this is because if I gotta check the prices. If the price is so close, even though you may never upgrade this, since the price is so close, you might as well just get this. Because in 6 months from now, you may say, oh, you know what? I wish I bought the Joy-Cons. Or, you know, I don't like these switches. I wish I had the low profile, but I still want the big bass. You could just pop this out for $50 and pop it in, or $40. I forgot the price, super cheap. But you could like change the modules out and dial it really how you want. I eliminated the Sapphire from my list. I really didn't like the feeling of it. Yeah. And I know what you're feeling, because out the box, the Cherry Speed Silvers. So warning to anyone that plays like a major name brand Leverless. That's like a weird statement, right? But their keycaps, they have these clips. The Razer Kitsune, the 8-bit Doe, the Quamba Sapphire. Most of the major brands put clips. And the reason is some 10-year-old's going to play with this, and they're going to be playing, or they're going to like, someone's going to knock that switch off. The dog's going to eat it. Like, you name a reason. So they put that on there. The feel you're feeling is this plastic rubbing against the plastic. There's a clip in place. So you're feeling that. Plus, the switches are heavier because they have more components inside. I say heavy. I mean, let's get real. It's a keycap, right? So it's not absurd. But compared to like these keycaps, right? These are just plug-ons. Since they clip in, they're just a little bit heavier. I don't know how to explain it. So the snapback is a little different. And even when you mash, you feel a little bit of a different feedback, right? But once you change the switches on here, it feels way better. But out the box, it just I don't know. It's not the way it felt. That's just me, right? But as far as like MX value, I can't understate how much value you get with the Sapphire. That once you find the switch that works best for you, you can dial this in. It's going to feel perfect. And then for the price, you get a lot of value. So that's why I always like, if you're an MX player, there's tons of value in the Sapphire. The Maverick is more, do I want KLO profiles or do I want MX? It'll be slightly thicker for the MX, but you know, and I get that split layout. That's kind of what you're looking at for the Maverick. Split layout, extra large, the pinky, or you know, whatever you're trying to do. One power port, one pass-through port, but you get the point, you know, for what you're trying to do with the Maverick. That's my switch. Loose. What happened there? That's weird. Okay. So let me get this out the way. What else did you say? So you didn't like the feel of it. I like the size. The plastic feeling of the bottom wasn't it. The pushback I would give for the plastic feeling. Well, I don't know if I can give pushback, because it hasn't been out long enough to know if you drop it, what's going to happen to it, right? So what my thought in my head is, your mind is telling you this is plastic, and it's because it's plastic, your mind's telling you it's cheap. But as someone who's used it for so long, it never creaks. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels actually pretty dense. It's because it's so big, right? You will need like a backpack to carry it around because it's a wider frame. So like your laptop sleeve, you have like a 17-inch laptop. So why bother? Just put it in a big backpack. But I know where you're coming from. So I'm gonna beat a dead horse, but I know where you're coming from. But I don't want to discredit the plastic because it's not as big as deal as I think. I think we have so many options nowadays that we could be critical. Whereas had the Sapphire came out a year ago, it wouldn't have had a lot of competition. It would have no one would think twice about some of the things that are going on, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So on these two, this is acrylic, but it never creaks. It has the padding on the bottom, the padding on the wrist, the padding on the base. I saw 3 of these at Evo. If I check my notes, it was either 3 or 4. They had the white ones. I saw the whites and I saw 1 black. But I like this, so like I don't have nothing bad to say. How much is this right now? Let's see how much this is. $150. So the black's in stock. It's $150. And this is the ABC model that I have. Again, so you would buy this. You would buy 2 extra adapters, which are, where's the extra parts at? Right here. Like, don't even think twice, just get 2 of these. And the color's personal, it's just on the bottom, but you know. So add 1 of these. I can't see. 1, Then I'll add the blue just cause, or add a yellow. Like again, it doesn't matter. It's just color. So you're at 170, and that'll put you out the door for the controller. That's the controller and the two I can't think right now. Excuse me. The two USB-C boards. Really, what I'm really trying to say. And that's how much is the X series right now? The X series. Bum 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 bum. Does that go to AliExpress? See, it's $229, right? That's on Amazon. But the good thing about Amazon, you'll get the next day. So it's like by Friday. It's weird. I'm not logged in, so that's why I'm like, why does it take so long? So 170. And you want MX, it sounds like. So 171. So for the same price, you're getting 3 USB-C ports, a slightly more compact pad. I think the build quality's good. It doesn't creak, nothing crazy. But this is all metal. The ice cream switches feel really nice. You can kind of just buy this and just play this. And as a case, yeah, I guess just get the X. Yeah, get the X. Because the prices come down. Like I said, when the price is $230, that's when it's like, oh, the ASI LVL is a better value, right? But again, I'm not logged in, so I don't know what your price will look like at home. Dang, the Buddhas are $132 right now. Jesus Christ, this tariffs are nuts. $25, $100. That's nuts. But go back. I'm sorry. That distracted me. But that's by the numbers. Yeah, but either one is fine. You know, we won't be mad at having either one of these pads. Yeah, because most people, I tell them, don't get the X unless you know you plan to, you know, mix and match and do all these different things. Or you, like for you, you're doing MX, so the X is a great option for MX because you're going to buy the LP and kind of just play. And if you ever do the keyboard or the Joy-Cons, it's like it's really like a cheap upgrade to just drop these in there. So that's a really benefit for the X if you know you're going to do it. If you're playing low profile, that's where I'm like, don't do it, because low profile, the LP module right here, there's other options that are cheaper, you know, that you don't need to buy the X for that. But let me see. What do we'll say? Do you think Kale will be releasing any new 2mm short travel switches like the Sakers and the Shadow Hunting in the future? I do. I think the Sakers are such the Shadow Hunting are such a hit, and the Saker Falcons are very similar. I wouldn't be surprised there's a Palm version of those coming. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised, just to give it like a smoother feel. They both feel fun. Like, I gotta watch how I say. Some people think I'm nitpicking, but I just wouldn't be surprised, because Kale has. I'm really happy that Kale's taken full advantage of. Look, our switches are selling. Our switches are selling. Let's make more, because they have more. And you know who else is doing it? Low Free. So the keyboard people are really driving all these new switches. Because at Low Free just put more switches. I was like, why are they putting new switches out? The specs are very similar. It's the keyboard folks that are driving all these switch innovations, less us, more them, to be honest. But since I don't really do a ton of keyboard stuff, I don't really I don't think about it, so I'm actually start going down the rabbit hole. I'm like, oh, the keyboard people are the ones. You know, it's so funny. They'll be in the comments like, these switches sound trash. Like, oh my god, I could hear the such and such. Like, they'll push and let go. You're just doing this. They could hear all these things that I can't hear. It's like, okay, yeah, I respect it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I get it. Let me see here. Nighty-sama, I don't really know how to explain. Sorry, no, it's okay. It's just, I come from mechanical keyboard, yep, in terms of sound and feel, yep. I want to recreate that typing feeling with my own switches, hence why MX. No, that makes complete sense. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Because in my head, my thoughts are about the height of the switches, and I don't, my mind's slipping naughty, because I talk to you all the time. I don't remember if you had what pad you have now. If you even have a pad, I don't remember. And the thing I bring to most people is, if you're used to playing low profile, this is like 1 to 2 quarters off the base. So your fingers are sitting like this high. Whereas on anything MX, It's the Sapphire is the only one. Sapphire is low just like that. But every other MX pad in the, I don't have the MX Maverick, but my assumption is it's gonna feel like this. Everything else with the rings, like the Victor Pro KO, the X series, these are 4/4 off the base, 4 to 5. So when you go down and back up, it's a different height, right? Whereas the other one, I'm going like this tall. In the Shadow, I'm going like this. Regular, I'm going like this. Here, I'm going right. So when your wrist is here, you're doing like, whereas like you said, you're used to MX. When you're typing on a keyboard, you're kind of sitting level. It could be in my head. I don't know how to explain it. It could all be in my head. But yeah, and that's why I like the Sapphire came out, because it's showing people that look, here's a space that people haven't really tapped in yet. There's opportunity for business to come in and just do what they want to do, because the low profile, there's 50 options for low profile nowadays, right? And let me take this off as I'm like thinking out. I'm like thinking and talking right now. I got that right. Oh, the wrong side. This one. Oh my God, come out. Sorry, give me 2 seconds here. I'm gonna get my thoughts together. Maybe later, if I really like Leverless, I might totally switch. But right now, I want the possibility to see the different customization. So, okay, maybe later if I really like Leverless. So you haven't gone Leverless yet. X it is then. Do you think I should wait for a new version? I saw that Gen 2 M Ultra, something about maybe they have a new version behind their head. They could have a new X, but I don't know why they would. And that's because the X right now, they're really, I don't work there, but my thought with this X was this. They said, hey, we have the B, we have the G, we have the S. At the end of the day, like the B and the G are the same frame. It's just the G is taller because MX switches, the S is lower because the profile KO switches. The B is like their smallest pad, but you know, whatever. Could we make one big unit and put the G, the S on there? Yes. What else could we do? Well, we could probably put Joycons, and you know, because there's another pad on AliExpress that has Joycons. I just never got around to getting it before the terrorists, but I was actually seriously looking at it. And then the stick, I think, was just like, well, DOIO did it, and some other people did it. Let's add a low profile stick on here as well. And that was like, the X is really that all in one. So why they would make an X2? My mind says it'd be a T version of the X, like a T with like bigger keycaps, bigger space, but it's going to be really big, so they might not be able to do it. So I don't see any problems with this to need a version 2, because really, to be honest, the Gen 2 of the M Ultra, they just add the left pinky. The Gen 2 Ultras, they should have called the Gen 2, to be honest. It should have been called like the M Omega, the M something, because it's just an R. It's an R with no rings, the left pinky. And I have it right here next to me. I should open it. But I want to make sure I drive that point home that since you're not on Leverless now, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, look, come out. Got it, there we go. So, what was I saying? I was getting assaulted by the Switch. Okay, so you don't have a pad now. On this right? Oh, it's they go upside down. That one. Since you don't have a pad now, let me see here. I just have a stick right now, Korean and Japanese. Okay. I am on the fence to tell you, since you don't have a pad now, I don't know what country you're in, and I don't know your budget. So I'm gonna give you some different advice, but just kind of bear with me. My first instinct for you is to get the C from Hot 42. Yeah, I would tell you get the C. I really would. The C, which is the C? I know it's so hard for me to say that out loud because I, in my back of my mind, I'm thinking so many different things. I know you want MX. I know you want different. There's certain things you want. Not this one. Where's the C at? Where's the regular C? No, where's the regular C? Don't get the CS. Here, it's right here, boom. 60. Look, it's, and probably when you log in, it's probably gonna be like $60. So I'm kind of like I'm mentioning this because as someone who's new to this, price is more important than feel. Well, is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? I could be wrong. Am I saying that right? Price is more important than feel. I could be saying that right. The point I'm trying to make is, given you, like, I can tell you're still on the fence, right? You're like, look, I don't have one. I've been a stick player my whole life. I have multiple versions. I feel comfortable on stick. I know what I'm doing with the stick, right? Your muscle memory is here, right? For you to go and spend 200, 150, or excuse me, 170, 2 to 250, Quamba's 200 out the door, Maverickade is 150, I believe. And well, I guess what's good, because with this you could just put the stick in here, but you have Japanese and Korean levers, so your hands are dialed in. This is probably, I should say that because I don't play the sticks. I could say, I'm gonna say this. Okay, go along with what I'm about to say. This may not be adequate for what you are accustomed to because you've been playing sticks so long, but you may pick up the MX version of this because you like MX switches, and then buy this module, and you can pull and pop them in and out whenever you want. Pop this in, right? Only this, you don't have to change anything else. Just pop this in and out. Pop this in, and you may put the hard spring on here, or a soft, whatever you do. You may change your switches, or whatever. You may not even need to. Maybe find the way it is out the box. But the point being is, you may find that, oh wait, I could play this style and this style at the same time, and that's like $260. Because I think this module is $60. The controller was on Amazon, but on AliExpress was like what, 180, I forgot. So it's like $240 out the door for two units, a joystick pad and a leverless pad. So that's why I keep pushing you here, because this is a great pad. I use this. This is nothing wrong with this, but you're that target audience for this. And then even if you buy this and don't like it, I know that's $50, like $60 gone. But at the end of the day, when you're just messing around, you can just drop this in. You could take one thing with you wherever you go, and you have to think twice. I'm probably rambling. I apologize. I hope I'm making sense. But the reason I keep mentioning the C, which will not feel like this. These are taller. The C will be lower and more like it's just a natural feel, like a keyboard, right? But the C is a very good price to know if you even liked it. Even that's not even. Here's the one. Like given your situation, again, I don't know what country you're in. Where's my mouse at? The one I really recommend for new people. Is it gone? The dual pad C2? Oh, they sold out. Dang it. Dang it. Because the C12 was the one I used to recommend, because it's like $25-30. It's super cheap, and it's small. Don't get me wrong. You can't play in your lap with it, but the whole point is, do I even like this before I start spending a bunch of money? I think they stopped selling it because it probably sold out. Is it gone? Where's the C12? Where's the where this is? AliExpress is the worst site. They always put just junk everywhere. They need to redo this website. It's so busy. I think it's gone. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. So the reason people really, the reason the C gets such good like positive feedback is because for the price, you're getting a standard layout with the 4 extra buttons on top. You're getting it's a thin metal. It's a metal base. It's real thin. It's super light. It's plastic on the top. It has an acrylic. You can change your artwork. It comes with free, like whether you like them or not, they're in the box. So you can't complain. And then and even with this, you could take the top off and play it like a button. You know what I'm saying? Like a ringed button. But the point, and it's the wrist rest is short, so who cares? But the point being is, this is a good point where if you bought this and you don't like it, you're not mad. Even if you go to your local, say, hey guys, I got this controller, I hate this dumb thing. You guys want to buy this for 20 bucks, 40 bucks, you're out 20, $40. You halfway don't care. Oh, that sounds arrogant. You care, but compared to spending 170, this says I'm not logged in, but you get the point, right? Compared to spending all this other money you could be spending. Where'd the Amazon go? Is it gone? Did I close it? I think I closed it. Anyway, compared to spending $200 some, you could buy 3 Cs for that price, right? I mean, you still need an adapter. Okay, let me come back to the chat, but I'm probably not making any sense. I hope I'm making sense. What I'm trying to, I hope the point I'm trying to convey is making sense for someone like you who's new. But if you are dead set on MX as your pad, and you are a known joystick player, I would halfway point you to this guy, add to cart, and then the stick module. Where's the stick module at? Right here. Add to cart. And again, I am not logged in, so if you log in, you'll probably see different details. Go to cart. Check this. So you're out the door $230, not including discounts and blah blah blah. So you're getting a stick controller and a regular controller, and you will need an adapter, all that blah 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 blah. Do I have anyway? Do I have what else is in here? That's it. Okay. All right. Let me check the chat. But I'm sure this. I hope this makes sense. Let me check the chat. Knocking my stuff over. Go up. I don't really know how to explain. I got that. Maybe later. If I really like Leverless. Exodus. Then, do you think I should wait for a new version? No. I just saw a stick right now. Cringe. Yeah, talked about that. And Wolf, the Booter 5 has jumped to $80 for 35. Yeah, just lately in UK. So there might be more to the price rises than just US tariffs. Strange things going. Yeah. As someone who lives in the States, without getting political, when we looked at Biden and Kamala, the media will tell you, oh, we didn't like her, she's a girl. That's not true. We didn't like her because she's not, European American. She's half Indian American, half African American. That's not true. What we didn't like was every other country you go to, I could never just walk in England and just stay there till the day I die. They would kick me out because I'm staying past my visa time. If I go to Brazil, if I go to any country, you can't just stay. So the biggest problem was it really felt like they weren't respecting everyone who lives here, and they were giving all these free things. If you were an immigrant, you got so many things for free that our economy is not doing good, and people are upset. But the media plays it like they're being attacked, which is just not true. Again, I'm not getting political. So when Trump came in, to be honest, he just played WrestleMania, and you're like, what does that mean? He just talked like a wrestler. He said funny jokes. He was entertaining. Whether you like Trump or not, whether you like decisions he makes or not, he says what he's gonna do. Which is, again, he says he's gonna put a tariff. I hate the tariff, but he said he's gonna do it. So it's like when people looked at the two, I think that's why they went with him. That's part of it, right? That's part of it. So now we're in this situation. The tariffs suck. It's not working. It's making it worse for everybody on the planet. It's not helping anyone. And I hope that his advisors stop kissing up and start really. Anyway, again, I'm not getting political. But yeah, we're in the States. We are definitely feeling the tariffs all over the board. And new companies that had new products coming, I know they're feeling it as well, because this did stop their progression. Because, like I said, I talked to one vendor in particular. I talked to two in particular at Evo, and they told me flat out, it was 3. We're having a hard time getting our materials. Like even the acrylic, like this ASILVO, I had the first edition from last year. I don't know it's the same acrylic you're going to get this year. This metal. The metal on the Gen 2 and Ultra feels different than the Ultra Gen 1. It doesn't feel powder coated. It just feels different. And I know for a fact that's due to the tariffs. Some of the companies went out of business. Like the companies in China, we think they're making all this money. A lot of them are kind of like flat out. They're not really like high or low on their return. So they were just going out of business because of tariffs. And it's not like I'm guessing. I talked to the people myself. They told me this hands down. So anyway, I'm sorry if I went too deep down the political rabbit hole, but. Oh, these Raptors are fast. Oh, these Raptors are... Shout out to Orville and Sin. They told me these Raptor Extremes were good. These suckers are fast. Wait a minute. But they're slightly taller. Where's my... I can't see. That's what I don't like. I don't like MXs being so tall. That's just the way I play. I don't like them that tall. Can I get that? There you go. You can see it right, where's my hands? Right there. You can see it is taller, right? It's taller. These are low. They're just not as smooth as your regular MXs, because these are the ones that came with the pad are these. These are fantastic. These are the Kale Speed Silvers. Fantastic. They're fast. They're just super tall. These Raptors might be even better. Wow. Look at that. Whereas these Automoves, there's nothing wrong with them. There's not many low profile MXs, so there's not a lot of competition for them. So they're fine, but they need, something's missing. I don't know what it is. They're just not as snappy as these two. Good grief. Or even these Kale Sticker ice creams. These are fantastic switches too. Let me check the chat. I'm through my whole rabbit hole and then check the chat. Orville, shout out to Orville. Happy Sunday, Orville. Let me guess. No HA10. Let's check the HA10 stats for it. So has it arrived? Well, Merlin got his. So they are definitely shipping. We know that much. And shout out to you all mentioning like the all natural peanut butter. I went to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, I forgot, and got the whole peanut butter thing. That was really good peanut butter. Side note, right? Side note. Where is the Vermillo? Where's Vermillo? Right there. Vermillo HA10. What do we got here? Okay, yeah, they're available for sale. We're still waiting for his to come in though. Shout out to Orville. That's so funny. Let me guess. He said, let me guess. No HA10. Let me guess. No accountability from AS or Vermillo. Let me guess. I'm a clown. Naughty Sama. Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you very much. No problem, Naughty Sama. I was hesitant also for the C or the Gen 2, but honestly, even if I don't like it, my goal is to design my own stick with all this option. When you say design your own stick, do you mean your own pad? Okay, I gotta think about that statement. Orville, let me guess. The HA10 comes on Monday after everyone gets theirs already. Let me guess you're going to open it in solidarity. Let me guess you're a seller HA10. Let me guess you have a DOI. And also, so everyone understands, he ordered the HA10, I want to say last year. So it's like an insane shipping time. So I fully get why you're pissed. It's like, look, what took so long? Because I saw the Evo. I was like, oh, this thing's nice. It's all metal. It's really nice. But you got to wait a year for it. You're like, and it was like $300 some. That's a bit much. And I also saw the jump pack design that looks really good too. I never heard of jump pack. I gotta look at that. Or spraying process aluminum on the Gen 2 should be higher quality. That's what I thought. I thought it was just me because this feels fun. You know what? So we're gonna be talking about this for 2 weeks. I should just open this. Give me a second. I'll open this thing up. It's funny. I already did the review. I put it back in the box just for the unboxing, but maybe I should wait till Sunday because that's a big discussion. Super Cold Water. That's a cool name. Shout out to Super Cold Water. Happy Sunday, Super Cold Water. How well I Keishan backstep with these. Shout out to all those Keishan backsteps. So fun fact, anyone that saw the Mike Hollow battle on Friday, it was Moonsault Slayer versus D. It was the trilogy. It was so I do tournaments every Tuesday. Even when I play you guys on Sundays, I win, I lose, but you know, I talk trash when I'm playing, but I don't mean any of it, right? But you're just playing. And they made a good point in their stream that, look, anyone that's ever played an arcade around people, especially around anybody from New York or like the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, you know, Philly, Jersey, New York, they talk rowdy, really rowdy. When you come to Texas, the first term I did with Tekken, my first match, which I didn't know who the guy was, it was Joe Crush. So like I'm sitting down, everyone's like, yo, who's playing Joe? And like, oh, he's over here. And I kept hearing, who's playing Joe? I'm like, who's this Joe guy? And then I found out, because mind you, I didn't know much about Tekken 8. I was playing Kuma at the time. I didn't know how to play it. But point being is, in my next match, I played this guy from Houston. And he's kind of, let's call it space speak. He's kind of fat, his buddy behind him, this fat, sloppy guy. He looked like he hadn't bathed in like 2 days. It was kind of whatever. But the guy that was playing, he put his headphones on, he put his gloves on. He's like, bobbing, like he's getting all into the zone. I'm like, dude, we're just playing a game. Like, what's happening here? But anyway, the Houston folks and the Dallas folks are a little bit more edgy than where I'm at in Central Texas. But when I was watching that match, Moonsault Slayer, he Keishan backsteps a lot, like more than a lot. It was pretty much holding back the whole time. I know there was lag and everything, but it was just like match start, Keishan backs up, Keishan backs up, Keishan backs up, Keishan backs up. I was like, are you gonna attack or what's gonna happen? You just wait for punish, wait for punish. Do something so I can punish you. Keishan backs up. Wait, it was funny. I was cracking up. So shout out to Super Cold Water catching all the Keishan backstabs. Merlin, he said, yeah, I got the HA10 finally. Nice. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for my HA10. He said, meanwhile, I'm still waiting for my HA10. That is so funny. We'll get one for Oral. Oral said, bruh, facts. Oh my god. That's so funny. HA10 Cosmos PS5 edition is sold out for Vermilla, actually. Oh wow. The Cosmos, excuse me, Cosmos. Oof, I went home and saved to get those. I pre-ordered back in August when it was announced, but I mentioned Vermilla to sell that controller back in May because a pro player they sponsor had it on stream, so they obliged on Discord. Oh, nice. It was so funny. Since I've seen it in person, that pad is a lot like the Punk Workshop. The Punk Workshop looks almost exactly like the Vermilla HA10. I was like, oh wow, this is like the way the frame is set up. I was like, oh, that's where they got the idea from. Well, they got the HA10 and no button test for the culture, no sound test for people. Merlin's out here like, mine. He's in his corner just living life. Audio Sama, I would like to design in the long run something like the X that was sticking. Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about artwork. Okay, you want to make your own controller that's like a stick and a leverless. Gotcha. Yeah, that'd be really cool. When you go to Evo, you go to any locals, you see some wild contraptions and things that are like really well built or really bad built. But I saw a few things that were really cool. One guy had it was big. It had all this stuff. It had joysticks and different things. It had like it had a bunch of stuff going on. But yeah. What's nice is if you just get one of these RP20 boards, if you're using GB2040, whatever you plan to do, right? But if you go that route, you just put this in the case and just wire the cables up manually, and you're kind of set. So that it should be easier than what your mind's telling you. Naughty Sama. I really think Naughty Sama. I keep saying Naughty Sama. Orville, NYC's talk is crazy. You will whiff punish into max damage, and then they get mad at you like you make them press the button. And then say, F my world, you not better than me to pronounce 10-0 the facts. People in the States, at least, if you ever hear someone with an attitude talk, like, or they talk real aggressive to you, if they're from the States, 9 times out of 10 they're from the tri-state area. They're from New York City. And again, New York, we talk like New York's a city. New York is a bunch of cities globbed together into a bunch of boroughs, but they're really cities globbed together. So they're from one of those little micro cities in New York City, and then you have New Jersey, and then Philadelphia. They kind of are super aggressive. Atlanta, some people, like a lot of my family from Philly, moved down to Atlanta. So during the pandemic, a lot of Northeasters went to Atlanta, and they kind of messed up Atlanta. Like Atlanta's, you know, it's Wakanda, but it's also just a bunch of chaos. So you get that in Atlanta as well, and like I said, Houston and Dallas can be a little bit like that too. But yeah. Okay, so we clean this up. You know, okay, so let's out the way. I have too much stuff in front of me. He stands back. That's so funny though. It's so funny. So next Sunday, Orville, we should be hearing your thoughts on the on the Vermilla HA10. We should be hearing all the details next weekend. Space here. Too much stuff in front of me. Oops. Let's put this here. I just realized I had to turn the volume down for the music because it won't be so loud. You can't hear my yes sirs, my bruh. You can't hear any of that. The explosions. You can't hear any of that.
Yes, sir.
Soundboard. Turn up my snare. My soundboard's too loud. But it's real faint. I hear it's real faint in the background. Okay, so let's put this in here. What's up? You know, I'll unbox the Gen 2, and then again I'll save the conversation for Tuesday. It's for Sunday. I mean for Sunday. Give me a second here. Get in there. But yeah, 90 some. I'm thinking a lot about you and your joystick situation, your leverless situation. Given that you're already thinking to make your own things, like your mind is already a step ahead of most people as far as like what you're debating on. What I would tell you to do, here's what I would honestly tell you to do, given for you in particular. And again, I don't know what country you're in, so we're about to start talking some money. So just get your wallet out and let's just talk some money, right? Where's the low profile? In your particular situation, where's it at? Where's it at? Right here. Low profile, boom, add to cart. Okay, so go to cart. So given your situation, we have the pad itself with MX switches, done. The stick, done. I would tell you add this as well. So, oof, right, and the WAS module, I don't think you need this. The Joycons, you don't need this. Those are things that, like, if you know, they're almost sold out. If you know you're just curious, I mean, if you bought the, you might, it's another $60 to get those both. So if you had the money, then how much would it cost? Just I'm like thinking too much. That's $350. You take off the WAS. You don't really need the WAS. That's $320. Take this off. Okay. Yeah. Given your situation, yeah, we're talking big bucks here. Given your situation, I would tell you get the MX, the MX edition of the pad that covers you there. You know you like sticks. Just get the stick. Just get it. You already have 2 sticks now. Like, it's almost obvious to get the stick also. But I'm also gonna, my advice would be get the low profile module as well. And that is only because you are still trying to figure out if leverless is what you like, right? You're already gonna start with the MX, you'll be feeling that, right? You could just pop this off, put the low profile in, and you'll get a similar feel to this, because the C is gonna feel the same as you're gonna get a similar feel to everyone else's leverless using the low profile, if that makes sense. And you're gonna get a similar feel to this with the MX, because it's gonna be spaced out a little bit taller. Like, it's similar. It's similar. That way you're covering all 3 bases with one go. And I know the price is high, I know, but again, I'm not logged in. I don't have any coupons turned on. I don't. You know, there's probably ways you could bring this price down, and I don't like to tell people to spend a ton of money, but at the same time, and I'm being really honest, if you were looking at a Hitbox Ultra, you were looking at even the Vitrix, that's already $250, $299 out the door. So you're actually underpriced, and you're getting 3 different controllers in one. I'm so inclined to tell you to buy this, but you may not. I don't know if you'll like this thing. Because I mean, it's almost like you have it, you might as well, but it may be overkill. And the WAS, you really don't. If it lets you play that way, I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. You could add, nah, don't do that. Just get these 3 pieces: the base MX, the LP module, and the stick. And I know you're looking at $290 out the door, right? But again, if you bought. If you bought something else, it's going to be $300 anyway. So let me just chat here. Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it. Midnight Blue said, "I'm liking your background music. It's very outrunning." I wanted something, you know, kind of chill. And I've got some other things in here. I should put the other ones on too, so y'all think of those. But that one's like super. Yeah, I like the flow of it, and it kind of just goes well with the voice. 'Cause the dead silence is fine, but I was like, I need something in the background. Orville, Hot Pad X is insane value, especially with coupon code. Let me know if you need the links. Facts, right? It's like, you know, when you see that 290, I feel like, oh God, am I telling too high? But I know if you start mixing, matching your coupon codes and doing all the tips and tricks of AliExpress that we all know, you'll get that price down. Say you even get down to 280, 270, 260, 250. Like $10 down is 280. $5 is 260. But even at 290, I'll be honest, that's not that bad for what you're getting. You're getting 3 devices in one. That's not bad. It just feels bad because we're so used to seeing things like this. Like, where's it at? Where's that? Where's that? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? It's like a Zen. A Zen is $55, right? So what I'm telling you to spend $300, it makes my stomach hurt a little bit. But I gotta remember that I'm spoiled because the market has changed. But for the longest time, here we go, right here, the C16. It's like $60 or 200 more, $260. That's where my head's like buzzing. But given the type of player you are, and again, given the amount you're spending, that's not abnormal for a controller. So I gotta like cut that out of my head. The amount of value you're getting out of this kit, for a person like you in particular, this is worth it. Those 3 units. And then these 2, if you decide to go with these 2, again, I don't live with you, so I don't know how you play. These are just because you know, like you want to finish the set, or you just want to try it, or you can afford it, or you name the reason, right? But that's why you would look at these 2. But I don't think, for what you're telling me now, these are necessity, right? But these 3, I feel like for your type of play, I would. And here's the next thing I would tell you. Next thing I would tell you is spend a week, maybe even 2. I don't know how often you play. Don't just play them for a day and turn it off. Play them for a good week in each configuration. Play it MX, play it stick, and when you do stick, you decide if you want MX or LP. I would tell you to do MX because it feels like, well, do whatever you want because the LP feels fine, but do whatever you want to do. But use the stick for a week with whatever side. Use this across the whole pad for 1 week, and the LP for 1 week. And really, don't go into ranked because you're gonna get mad. Just go to quick match, whatever game you're playing, and just really try to win in quick match. And you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, I hope I'm like getting it right. I hope I'm making sense how I'm saying this. But I think for you, that 290 is well spent. Is well spent. Let me come up a little bit here. He said, yeah, it's a good idea. I saw someone selling the X on a website like Craigslist in France for $125, and I can get that stick. $125 for this thing? That's $100 off. I wonder if there's nothing wrong with it. I'll go grab that in a heartbeat. If it comes with the case, the controller, like make sure you get, because you need the case. You do, because the modules are going to get everywhere. You do need the case, so go get that for $125. Like, don't even think twice. And I can get the stick module. Is 250 euros. Oh, stick and LP. What? 250? Good God. For 2 modules? Because if I take this off here, the stick and the LP, oh, thank you. They're $110 here in the States. And this, again, this is not logged in. So with coupons, this should be a flat 100, maybe less. So it's 150 more. Wow. Should bring you down to 200 sub 220. Yeah, for sure. I have coupon. I'm more. Oh, but I got you. Is there a Discord? Yes, I have a Discord. Yep. My Discord. Let me drop my link. I think it's. Give me a second. I'll drop it. They banned me. Orville gets too hot. I think. Orville, you from up north? You from the East Coast? It's so funny too because I live in Texas for like a very long time. When you're in anywhere, when you're up, I say up north. New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, we'll say up north, and anything below Philly is like the South, which is complete ridiculousness. But that's just how you kind of say it. If you live in the States, it's kind of how you talk. But it's so wait, I know where it is. My link is but it's so funny. It's a different way we talk, that's for sure. Because in Texas, they're Texas nice. If they don't like you, they won't be mean to you. They'll just get out of your way. In New York, they'll make a point like, what do you want? They'll be, they'll just kind of talk. They'll say whatever to you in New York. Where's my link at? It's right here. Boom, found it. I had to put these in a text file that way I can drop these in here much quicker. Copy that. Where is my stream at? Right here. Here's my Discord link. Paste. Boom. There you go. And in there, you'll see a ton. Like if you pick the vendor on the bottom left, you'll see tons of links. The links in there are not like a sales thing. To be honest, what it is I get asked so many questions, I forget where stuff is. And I don't remember. So I just group everything in the category and I list it all out so I can find it too. So as you guys go through, the affiliate links does help the channel grow, but it's not like a sales pitch. It's more just like, look, when I'm trying to find something, I can find it. Shout out to DJ RJ. Happy Sunday. Shout out to the chat. Hope you're doing good. Shout out to my cousin. You like dance hall and reggae music, that good stuff. DJ RJ's got you covered. Mostly, I think on Twitch now. I think on Twitch mostly. But perfect, good. Nice, Simon. Good. Yeah, we can talk a lot more offline in there and answer more questions there. But again, I really do think, given your type of situation, you should get the X, the stick, buy the MX, buy the stick, and then buy the low profile, and then call it a day. Yeah, and you'll be all set. Let's put this away. Man, Sin and Orville, you guys are right. These Raptors are so fast. And those that don't know what I'm talking about, for my play style, I like a switch that when I push it and let go, it's back up quick. See, like it's already popped back up. See how fast he's like. I like it. I don't want any to lag. I don't want any like plastic rubbing on plastic. I just want it to snap back. These wraps, look how that's fast, and these are fine. You know. So yeah. Wow. Only thing is they are tall on this pad. They're tall for me. Like you're not gonna get a better view of this. You'll see that right there. Right there. It's like twice as tall, if not more. And that's what this will feel like. That's what I'm telling you, 90 to get the LP. The LP is gonna feel like this. Like see how low this guy is? Whereas your X is gonna be this tall, and you're gonna notice. You're like, but everyone's hands are different. You may love that feel, so you know. That's the beauty of where the market's grown to, that you're not locked into my style. I'm not locked into your style. You can do whatever you want to do. I really like that. I like that. And those that like my stands, I put the STL file for 3D printer in the in my Discord, so you're more than welcome to. You have to customize, do what you need to do to it, but it'll at least get you started. I need to take this Raptor off of here and put it back, so I'm gonna leave this on here. So my next MX pad will probably have Raptors on, because I like these Raptors. And then also on all my keycaps, I put O-rings underneath. Don't buy the black, buy the white. See that? See, you can see the black on every color. You'll see it. I don't like that. Buy the white and just use it for all your pads. You'll be fine, because the white is actually clear underneath all your pads. Where is my case? Here. So here, I can't, I'm not gonna go deep, because next week it's gonna go deep. Now I don't want to like ruin next Sunday's show going too deep right now. So that, I'm gonna unbox this real quick. So here's the Ultra Gen 2. This just came in. So unbox it, talk loosely about it. You will go. Where's the stands? Oh, my stands are on the shelf. Okay. Let's unbox the Gen 2 really fast. But again, I'm not going to go into deep details, because the videos come out tomorrow. You're going to get all the details at 9 a.m. first thing tomorrow morning. So can't ruin the surprise, right? I'll throw my numbers up. Please like and drop a comment on that video so it boosts all the numbers, all the blah blah blah. So here's the Ultra Gen 2, right? Again, I love the new packaging they're doing now. They're doing a really good job of just making it feel like, oh, when I go to the store, I bought my controller, right? You know what I'm saying? I like that. Right, so, Naughty, thanks for the help. I'm gonna go eat. No problem. Shout out to Naughty Sama. Naughty Sama. Have a good day. We're definitely talking more. I got banned for asking when the Hotpad M Plus was dropping, and someone was sarcastic. I just wanted clarity, and then the train banned me. Simply mistook my tone of being direct for rude. Yes. Or you're definitely from. Did you say where you're from? Are you from up north? He didn't put in the chat. Did he say? No, he didn't say. But yeah, Orwell's funny because Orwell's definitely from north. Okay, so here we go. Slide this off. It's out of the way. It's here. And there's something here that's actually kind of surprised me. And I'll show y'all what happened here. There we go. So you have your cord. This cord here we'll talk about in a second. But this is the same cord you'll find in the X series, right? I won't say X. Hotfree 2 is starting to have like they do a very good job of using the same supplier. So this is their new cord supplier. It's braided. It's actually a nice cord. I like the cord. You know, you already know. Shadow hunting switches. You already know. This I'm gonna talk about this in a second. Switch puller. I never open these because I have like 20 of these things, so I just keep it in the wrapper. So when I need one, I'll grab it, right? But yeah, switch puller. And their switch puller is nice. It has like a rubber grip on it, and it's metal, so they give you a good switch puller too. They don't cheap out on the switch puller, which is like a weird statement. Speaking of switch pullers, put this back. Talking about this. Now this thing was in the box, and in the video at one point I said in there, and this, I don't know what this is. Now I moved on, but then I figured it out and then I had to edit it. And this is probably gonna start coming with the C and the CS also. Take this out. You have your book, which is a standard book, you know, is all the pads. All right, so that's that. So again, a very, very basic overview of what you're looking at here before we start next week, because next Sunday is going to be the deep dive. There we go. At its lowest, at the most simple form, you're looking right now to go buy. What are you looking at between these two? It's really just spacing and left pinky. And the switches, but at the end, that's what you're looking at. Like we're saying, the materials on here, this feels rougher than this. It doesn't feel bad. You know what's so funny? When I took this out, this feels like my M Plus silver. The coating feels just like that. How would I explain to someone? Like, you ever had something powder coated or airbrushed or whatever, and they put the clear coat on top? This doesn't so much feel like a clear coat. It just feels smoother. Whereas this feels less smooth. It doesn't feel rough. Like my hands, they're not turning colors. Again, I'm colorblind. It's not turning colors to me. But yeah, again, we're talking about more on Sunday. Extra large screen. I really like this. This is almost, it's all, I think this might be the same size. This is big like a Gal Keys or a Mavericade. I love the big screens. This guy, I should make y'all wait and figure out what this is. Because now that, well, I'll show y'all. It's the keycap switch remover. Because I was looking, I was like, what is this dumb thing? And then I thought about it. If you have the C, because there's rings around the switches, you can't get those keycaps off. Like you have to use like different tricks, right? Wedge this in, and it is tight. You wedge it and just lift. I've done it a couple times. The first thing to do is go flying, so be prepared. When you do it, it will fly across the room. Boom. Your keycap and your switch come right off. And I don't put O-rings on my shadow hunting. I don't like O-rings on my short travels. I don't know why. I don't like that feeling. Whereas this is O-rings because these, wait, no, these are, this is shadow hunting. Never mind. This is shadow hunting. Wait, this is firmware 0710. I need to update this 0711. Anyway, what was I going to say? Same firmware because they both had, see, we talked earlier, they both had the physical buttons. So same firmware. They both had the base lights. I'm talking too fast. Button lights, base lights, 2 physical switches, M Ultra firmware. What else am I missing before we dig deep on Sunday? Am I missing anything? That's like 2 power ports, The pass report's here, the pass report's here on this one. And you know, so another fun fact. People were talking about like 5 or 6, maybe 5 months ago. They were saying their booter 5s were coming in and they were getting jammed. Like something weird was going on. This is one of my new ones. And look at that. The metal sleeve is stuck in there. I've never had that happen before. So it still works. I put it back in there, it works and everything, but that really pissed me off. I was like, what's going on? And it's not the pad. So here's my advice for anyone receiving your equipment now. Again, with all this tariff stuff, the manufacturers are changing around. Take your adapter, your booter, whatever you have, take this and plug it, not into a laptop, but plug it into like, I don't have it in front of me. I don't have any of it in front of me. I'm looking for like, you know, those wall chargers for your tablet. You take the cord out and put it back in. Take that, put it in there and take it out. What I think is happening is I think they're crimping this too tight or not crimping it tight enough. Like something going on with the manufacturing process. That'll get it loosened up in size right and then stick it in your controller. You won't have any problems. And again, I'm going to leave it in there anyway. But it is the fact that it did that I'm like, what? And again, I was like freaking out, but it works. And fun fact, I actually dropped this on Friday. It was on the counter. It's not on the counter, it was on carpet upstairs in my chair. And I was like, because I did the Versus video with all the controllers, so I was putting everything back on the shelf, making a big mess. And then somehow I bumped it and just like, and I was like, but it's working, so we're fine. So put this back in here. And then the switches do feel different, even though they're the same. So I don't know what's... Oh, wow, that works on here too. Huh. But look, it kind of bends your stuff. Oh, y'all can't see that. Okay, let's get the zoom. Damn it. Come on, camera. Excuse me. Dang it. That's upside down. Can y'all see that? Sure, go for it, bro. Yep. You probably use the black one. Because Keon's on the...
Yeah, I like to.
Your brother is on the other one. But see how I just bent the pins by accident? So that hasn't happened with this yet, but just I'm kind of torn because the sapphire is the same way. You stick the thing and you wedge it, like it snaps off. So I don't really know, but anyway, go right here. It's back over here. And you're probably wondering, you said shadow hunting. I don't use these buttons. So I put my switches I don't care about. I save my good ones and I put the ones I don't care. So I'll probably take this one out. I'll take these two out because I don't use them. I'll take those out and put just like crystals or something in there. But yeah, that's what that does. Hold up, sorry. My alarm's going off. Hold up. Oh man, I need some water. Sorry, I need some. Oh my goodness. It's kind of funny. You're talking for. I now have a full respect for professors. You talk for hours and you don't even realize it, but you're like, I need some water. Why am I getting a headache? Why am I feeling lightheaded? I need some water. Or food. Okay, excuse me. Let me go up a little bit, check the chat. It does look really nice. Still think they should have called it the Hot for 2 Volvo, the Volvo. So, given the name, and again, we're going to talk a lot about this on Sunday. They have the M Lite, the M Plus, the M Ultra, M Ultra Gen 2. I don't like that name. They really should have called. And what's weird too is, some days I look, this is still in stock. Some days I look, it's not in stock. It's only this one. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with the M Ultra Gen 1, but there is a difference. There is a reason to want this because people comment me all the time, so I have a different perspective than some others, right? Some people may feel like they have 16 pads, like why they have the, this would be a fun game. Let's get the letters right. So what letters are not there yet? Like what letters they have available? Maybe they're because they're not. There's the A, we have the B, the C, the D, the E, the F, the G, the H, the I, the J, the K, the L, the M, N, the O, the P, the Q, the R, the S, the T, the U, the V, the W, the X, the Y, the Z. How many letters is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I can't count. What? No, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is that right? A D F H I J K L N O Q W Y Z. I lost my train. That's 4. So they have 14 more letters to go. That's 14 more models they could still do, and that's B C E G H I J K L M Light, M Plus, M Ultra, M Ultra Gen 2, N O P Q R S T U V, that's 15, W X. Is that 16 controllers now? And the X is like a multi-controller, so there's 16 to 19 controllers now. Wow. Well, if you add the modules, the low profile, the stick, and the Joy-Con, so they have essentially 19 models. Wow. I've never thought of, wow. 16 cases and 19 different variations. Wow. That's crazy. I never thought about it like that. Let me come up a little bit. Gen 2 has some nice polish from Gen 1 and the OG, and plus, yeah, and next week I'll have all the M's. That's what I'll do next week. I'll put the M Lite, the M Plus, the M Ultra, M Ultra Gen 2 on the table. And again, I wish they would call this like the M Omega, the M, I mean, I can't think of words, or M Delta, you name the name, just, or like the M Left, I don't know, right? Or M Swerve, I don't know what they could call it. That way, it's its own unique thing, and because it's truly not an upgrade from this. Your mind tells you it is, but it's not. And again, we're gonna talk about it. It's not. It's just not. They are their own thing, and in my perspective, and the way that I get talked to. So I'm gonna put my keyboard out the way. They serve the same but two different audiences, and again, we're going to talk all about it next Sunday. But it's, yeah, it is different. Boxy Reserve looks at function. Yeah, dang, Booter 5 is cooked. I thought so, but it's all good, thank God. Box Reserve looks at functional. The Cinema, when Hot for 2 does that HE level, that's definitely coming. We will be entering a new timeline of Peaches Agreement, but the 100% tariff, oh God. Wait, 100% tariff on 11.1 is going to make 279. November 1st, 100% tariff? Oh my God. Y'all probably can't even hear that. It's probably so low because I had the volume turned down. Oh no. This feels like back in February where I ordered like 5 booters for $25 because I knew they were going to go up in price. No one thought they'd be $60 or $120, but oh my God, that's 100%. This is bad, and I blame, as again, someone living in the country, not getting political, I blame the Democrats for not doing a better job running their race. It's a race. This is all competition. It's a race. If you lose a battle with someone in a fight, that's one thing, but like a social battle, politics is kind of social, right? If you lose a social battle against someone, they should just have better. I'm not gonna go down rabbit hole. I'm not going to rabbit hole. Because I'm not on either side. I live here and I want to live better. And we were living good for the past couple of years. Like outside of all the other things going on, as far as someone who's reviews controllers, we were living very good. And you could tell because the past 18 months we've had, look at how 42, they had the G, they made the S, and they put the T. That was January of 2024. That's around the time I started getting into the space. Within that time, they have made 13 new products, technically 16. That's in what, 18 months? So 18 months is like boom. Dual Pad has had 6 models. Mavericade, new, they have the new Mavericade. Like every vendor ASI came in. The ASI is known for the joystick equipment. They even made their own leverless. Like, and the Gao keys. Gao keys are fantastic. Gao keys. The Varmillo. Everyone. Quamba. Oh, man. Somebody's got to do something about this. Where's our politicians? Horrible. Oh, man. That's horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. 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 That 100% really threw me for a loop right there. That really just shut my brain down. But yeah, it's gonna be fun really digging into this controller. And I think if you're on the fence now, if you know you like this pad, if you have a C and you want a metal C, get this now. If you have an R and you want a metal R with no rings, get this now. And then Sunday we'll dig into the ins and outs, but that's like my quick answer before tomorrow's video to like give a good grip on what you're looking at. that 100% tear is nuts. That's nuts. That's just nuts. That's really bad. So let me put this up. There's more to come tomorrow. More to come tomorrow. Or it's not tomorrow. Yeah, video tomorrow. And then I'll post that everywhere. And then it's Tuesday, we're playing tournament. That's crazy. That'll bum out your Sunday. Think about 100% tears. That'll ruin your day. Think about tears, right? And imagine if our HA10. Are they caught up in the tears? Wow. The HA10 may be caught up in the tears. Oh no. Wow. Oh no. I'm gonna do this here, but I'll talk about next week. That'll bum your day out. I want to put these I like the ice creams on this. I gotta put these Raptors on something. You know what? Let's try this real quick. Since I'm looking at these, I should have kept the same one out. I just threw it back in here. Usually when I use a Switch, I don't put them back in. I'll put them in a Ziploc bag and then I'll throw it in here. So I know the ones I've used, I reuse those again. I don't use the new ones for their. These are roughly the same height, like roughly. These are barely taller, but roughly the same height. Oh, wow. I like these Raptors. They feel snappy. Because these ice creams are very good. Oh, well, and again, when I say good on a Switch, I have to be aware that I'm talking about the base plate as well. The base is metal, so any Switch I put on metal, they just feel they snap back quicker for me. The plastic ones, they are a little whatever. The acrylics are, the sandwich eats your impact, because I mash, so it eats my impact. So the snap, like the down and up is a little bit different. So I use different switches on different materials. But on metal, these feel really like tight. They feel firm. They feel really firm. If you like a softer Switch, you won't like the Raptors. You'll like these better. If you like softer, you like these better. But wow, that's really cool. I like those. Huh. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do with these, because I gotta use these now. I like those. I'll figure something out. I like these Raptors a lot. And that is the nice thing I'm noticing about Hot lately. You get the X, you get the C, you get the M Ultra Gen 2. Because I forgot what the M Ultra comes with. You don't really need to do much. Just open and play. They don't come with those reds and mushy reds. I always beat up on the reds. The reds are just rattly and mushy. I just don't like them. Where's my cord at? Where's my other cord? Oh, this is the new one. This is all new stuff. So since this is in Joy-Con mode, I'll show you guys what it's like to play with Joy-Con mode. Cause I got 30 minutes here. We're gonna get off here. We have a group project for school, and of course nobody's doing their work. And Orville, we were talking about AI stuff. That project I was working on it's pretty much ended. This AI, AWS, React Next.js stuff. Like again, I'm no expert, but I know enough to be dangerous. I know to get people they need. Like I know it's enterprise settings. I have a hard time. Like I'm pretty bad at that type of structured environment, but outside I can really just pump things out. You're not bound by the rails. That's what gets me. The rails mess me up. So where's the MX? We'll put in the Marvel game. If anybody's on Steam, if you have the Marvel Invasion demo, you can jump in and play. But I'll show you all how it is using the stick. Where is Steam at? Using the stick. Because that demo is really short. Okay, let's see. Is my volume set again?
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Did the game start? Yes, it did. Okay, good. Let me share my screen where I can't see. Okay, where is game video? Right there. Wait, actually. Get Marvel Invasion. Did it capture it? It did. Perfect. Look at that. Life of PC. Very, very frustrating. Go down to PC game. Right here. It should pick it up there as well. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Let's turn this off. Boom. Got it. Okay. Put this in PC mode. Which mode is it in right now? Go back. Here. There we go. There we go. Arcade. So, again, even though it's in Joy-Con mode, I can use the Joy-Cons or use the stick because this is D-pad. So I have right stick, left stick, left stick, right stick, D-pad. So I'm gonna pick. I wish I had a racing game so I could show y'all because racing games are fun to play with the Joy-Cons.
Rockin', furry, and fully armed.
Where's Storm at? Venom is actually really cool, but Storm is my girl.
Venom, lethal protector.
Perfect cover for a bank job.
Don't need the old spider sense to figure out there's trouble downtown.
Watch out, these bugs have been sent by
So if you're like an arcade, you just kind of hang out and just play. And I'm noticing too, if you like side scroll with your Leverless, if you're that type, like the Hollow Knight, everything like that, you may not need the heavy switches. The lighter switches actually felt really good on a side scroller. Because you don't have to force as much, right? Whereas I'm fighting it, I want to get back to neutral. With these regular games, you're really not trying to like neutral that fast. You're just having fun. Well, that's cool. What did I just do there? That was cool. Right, or Joy-Cons. Like Joy-Con play. And the Joy-Cons are mind twists because you're not used to holding a controller with it flat. Like, take your Xbox PlayStation controller and just hold it flat. You'll get a real quick feel like, oh, what's happening here? How do I play this game? What buttons? This is shoot. Oh, that's cool. There's the bomb. How do I switch characters? Right there, okay. So I think if you're playing like Call of Duty, you will remap your shooting button. It's going to be on your pinky. You won't like that. So you'll remap that and you'll kind of be all set. You know what I'm saying? And again, if you like Joystick, you can leave it on, you can take it off, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to reconfigure your pad once in this mode. This game it's just mindless entertainment. Actually, kind of, it's fun. And it's super old school, where it's just like, but it has a good playback. What am I doing? Switch characters. And the Joycons, listen, they feel like Joycons. They don't. You can click, you can run, all that stuff. Forward to run to dash. It feels natural, but when it says, I don't even think it's a joystick like an Xbox or PS5 controller, because it doesn't feel like that. It's not that thick. The one that I saw on AliExpress is that thick, and I wonder how that one would feel compared to these. But I don't even know after the tariff stuff, I don't even know if they make it anymore. Because at the time, I knew I wasn't going to use it every day, so I was like, why am I going to kind of go through this? But I should have just got it in to review. I bet if I reach out, they may have some in stock. I should reach out and see what they have going on. Oh, you double jump to use your rocket. That's cool.
The tongue on this guy.
Hey, come on! There's enough dough to go around for everyone!
Oh, I'm out of private. I should have gone to the bigger lobby, I bet you. And then people could join in. I forgot how we did it. I think it was Grant. I forgot how we did it.
We favor brains. We hunger for more.
I like the sound effects too. This game is just really.
Gotta get away
It's
from
just a
these
good game.
freaks.
Like, just sit around and just mash.
Why are they chasing Beetle? They want the name of his tailor?
The troopers think he's one of them, betraying the hive mind.
No. Beetle's a crook. We have to help him.
I hope this game is not $50. Like $20 or $10. That's not bad. Because it plays smooth. It looks good.
Who's next?
That girl looks like April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles. And you know what? I think I'll pop on Tourist KO real quick.
Like squashing.
So I've got, what, 20 minutes? I got 20 minutes. Oops, wrong button.
We prefer brains.
And I kind of wonder how long the Joy-Cons last. Because it's just like the Switch controller, you know how long it lasts. But then again, it's a $30 module, so Switch controller's like $70. And then outside of it is metal, it's just the Joy-Cons are Joy-Cons. I wonder if you use this every day. Like if I play Call of Duty this every day, I should do that. I should remap the buttons for Call of Duty and play it that way.
Oh, come on. You can have my share of the loot. No, don't.
And Apps of the Terror is supposed to be a $67 module. Yeah, I hope 90-sama picks this thing up because $100, excuse me, 100% tariff, making it almost $300 or more. That's insane. That's insane.
Life threatens.
Never thought
Like,
I'd
why
miss that
recommend the
sparkling
X series for
Beetle Repartee.
$350? I don't know. That's so crazy. Because in theory, you could buy a Mayflash F500 for 80 bucks. You could buy the Mayflash Leverless for 80 bucks. And, you know, $200, you got both. They're going to feel totally different, but at least, you know, yeah, these tariffs are really messing things up. It's not the same feel by a long shot. They feel totally different. Oops.
You're gonna be seeing stars.
That's crazy that they didn't even think that's a good idea.
You have no chance against us.
He dies up there.
I need some juice.
Okay, there we go. So there's the Joycons. Everything
Didn't
moves
even work
smooth.
out.
Joystick, Joycons, it all works really well. Like I said, just play, have fun. It all works.
I gotta change my costume.
Time to smash some butts.
MODOK was captured by
Let's see here. Let's take this. And let's try, and what's so funny, when I'm done, I'm probably going to put this back. Or I might leave it this way. I might leave it this way. Because I forgot to mention another thing too. When you have your firmware installed, you can tell which is which by the display. See that Joy-Con down there moving? And now there's the right Joy-Con, and then there's your D-pad. Sorry, wiggling, like here's your D-pad. You see the D-pad moving as well. So you know, that's one thing I like about that, the firmware. You can tell what's going on with everything. I like that a lot. I think the train did that. Shout out to the train. Do I have any racing games? I don't think I have any racing games in my library. I don't. What about this? Is this the beta? I find Virtua Fighter like, yes, I can. Boom. Let's see here. Why is it black on that screen? No, it's working. Okay, it's good. It's working. I'll play this, okay. Oh, the Joy-Cons don't work on this. Interesting. Wait. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, that works. They do work, okay. I don't know why you would play Joy-Con with this. This is not fun. Is it? Oh, maybe. Well, actually, it's not bad. This is right there. It's actually easy just rolling your thumb around. Yeah, that works just fine. It's your left stick, right? So your left stick does what it's supposed to do. And Crafty, shout out to Crafty. He sent me some notes on how to play this game too. You need to stand. That was during like the end of my last class. That last class was so bad. Most of us failed the final exam. People were getting 10s and 20s on the final exam. It was that hard. It was hard. It was absurdly hard. There is no one on this game. Am I in the right game? Is this the beta or not the beta? Is the beta done? So no one is out here. See, I'll go back. I may have picked the wrong Virtua Fighters. I know there's a beta. I think I picked the wrong beta. There's the beta. Oh, you can't play it. I think it's done. The beta is done, so I might install this now. Wow. Let's change this game out. Let's see here. Oh, so the Joycons don't. Well, this is old game, so on the D-pad. Okay. I should do Armor King. That's what I should do. I can. So I can't play Lay on a joystick. I've got 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes, so I'll make it fast. I don't have Armor King on PC. Whoops. So I don't understand why 2xKO can't do this. Why it does not allow me to just... There's a certain way I'm capturing all this footage. 2xKO will not screen capture like that. I have to like share the whole screen. I don't like that. Something to do with Riot's thing. Okay, let's see what we got here. The format is off. This is what I don't like about PC. It always does this. I don't know how people play on PC every day. Like, just the amount of nonsense you have to deal with. It's just... It just ticks me off. There's always something. Always something with PC. Never fails. Okay, I had a better idea. And I was checking the numbers. Armor King's doing a lot for Tekken. A lot for Tekken. A lot of people are coming back to Tekken after Armor King in a good way. It's like, wow. Oh, PS5 mode. Oh, hold on. That's on. Let's start. America 1-3. Got what? Okay, I got 10 minutes. Perfect. Is it moving? Wait a minute. What the heck? My right Joy-Con is stuck in right. What the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on here? What's so weird is I look at the screen, it's not stuck. It is stuck. I'm gonna have to factory reset this thing. Yeah, look at that. The right stick is moving. What the heck is going on here? Never seen that before. I can see on the screen. It's stuck in left. It wasn't right, now it's in left. This one moves. This one won't even move. So now I need to flash nuke this thing. This is working just fine. This is working just fine. This one, the right one, is stuck. That's crazy. It's 2:55. Can I do this? Let's do this fast. Alright, let's take this. I'm gonna hold start. Put this here. I'm gonna go over here, and I know y'all can't see, just bear with me. Because I gotta do this fast. Here. 9-2. I'm gonna go to reboot. I'm gonna go to boot cell. Open up Finder on the Mac. There's my RP2, so that's my flash drive. I'm gonna go to my firmware folder that I have for all my firmware, 0711. The flash nuke, I'm going to drag the flash nuke file on here. Then I'm going to, okay, it wiped. There's my flash drive, it's come back. I'm going to go to Hot42 analog, drop that on here. This should reboot. It's loading. Okay, boom. So reload it. There we go. Now, it's still stuck. What the heck? Wait, no, wait. No, it's not. I thought it was stuck. This is the angle. That one moves. That one moves. This moves. Okay, good. Unplug this. Hold start. Plug it back in. Now I'm going to load my configuration. So I'm going to go to the web config site, refresh. Go to config. I'm going to go to data, just like it's a data backup. I'm going to go to the bottom, say restore, because I already have a backup of my working file. Go to here, go to firmware, go to 11 backups. The analog. Boom, done. Go to settings, it's in PS5 mode, all my stuff is there. Yep, everything is there. Display, everything is set. Everything is set, perfect. Reboot. Controller. Shit like Gundam, perfect, the Gundam is there. Now, let's see. Now it's working just fine. It's fine. That was weird. So, I have seen it before, GB20, where it just... Yeah. Why it freaks up, I don't know, but I've definitely seen that on numerous vendor pads. And again, oops, my alarm to get off of here. It's my alarm. We'll do one match when we're done. But just remember, as you're going through this, right? This is a community firmware, so you're kind of dealing with some of the ins and outs of the community. Why it does that, I don't know. Like I said, I see on 4 different vendors I've seen this happen, where buttons will act funny or something weird will happen. Just flash nuke. No, it's still spinning. Did I? Hold on. Let's try this. Oh. Let's try this. Do I have a setting somewhere that's messing this up? Let's flash it again. I must have a setting or something set weird. Come down. I've never seen this before. Okay, RPI, flash nuke. I put the little cover on the Joy-Con, but that couldn't have broke it. This thing's made out of metal. That'd be crazy if this thing broke. Analog version 2. I should restart in a second here. It's loading, loading, loading. And boom, gets back up. So now, put this in PS5 mode. So out, plug it back in. Settings, put it in PS5 mode. Click save. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to change anything else. I'm not going to reload my stuff. Reboot. It goes back up. Take this out. Here. Huh. So something in my config is broken. Interesting. So, I've never seen that before. So I'll go back in and add all my custom colors and all that nonsense. I don't know what's up with my backup, but my backup is not good. Skeletor, got the Skeletor outfit, boom. So that works fine, that works fine, this works fine, perfect. That's weird, I've never seen that before, that's weird. Y'all can't see, whoops, y'all can't see.
Get ready for the next battle.
Skeletor.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's try the Joycons. I ducked. That was me. Good old joystick.
Round 2. Fight.
And now everything's acting perfectly normal now. It's so weird. Oh, I jumped up. What was that? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, he got me, he got me, he got me, he got me. Oh, roll it toward the guy, here we go. Oh, that was me. Nice.
Round 3. Fight.
Get on the ground. There we go. Oh, that's not as low. I use my heat. I gotta get rid of this heat garbage. This heat is such a bad system. This makes the game so bad. Wrong button. Wrong button.
Fight.
Nice. Oh, nice. That breaks the floor. Ah. Got him. Break the floor. Oh, I just break the floor. Okay.
Final round. Fight.
That's me. That's a jump kick there. Let's see if I can play without it. No, I can't. Got him. Boom. That's me. Oh, I pressed down punch. So yeah, I don't know what's saved in my config for this, but I'll go back and reset. It takes like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, not that long to reset things. I like it. This Skeletor's blue and purple looks so good.
Round 1. Fight.
What the heck? Oh, I'm on the wrong button. Wrong button. There it is. Okay. Downstairs? That's not downstairs. Boom! Downstairs. No? How do you break that throw? I have no clue how to break that throw. That's a cool finish. That's a really cool finish.
Fight.
I don't know what to do. How did I catch me right punch? Interesting. So you will notice playing with the joystick style, this is a tighter space joystick. These are like kind of a 24, I guess. They're 20mm keycaps, but I probably feel like a 24. Or excuse me, like a 20. So it's like a smaller joystick button. God, ah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Round 3. Fight.
Ah, it's me. That's me. I don't know how to play. Oh, I ducked. I tried to rage. He's like, yo, get that out of here. Alright, what's up? I'll do one more and I'm done. One more and I'm done. So I am not a stick player. Oh, he's out. Okay, I'll do one more, then I'm out. Okay, good. I might try playing Ghost of Tsushima like this, because I've been wanting to get into that game. I may learn how to play Ghosts with this controller. Just play on the X. Because when you're walking... Wait, he runs. Is he running with the left stick? Interesting. That is a faster pace. But it's not pressing L3. But... So does the is that normal? No. So he walks that fast here. Oh, he does run. Okay, left stick runs, D-pad walks. Okay, that's normal. I thought I was doing something weird, but that's normal. And play, you feel just fine with these Joy-Cons, to be honest. They play just fine. You can see everything clear.
Get ready for the next battle.
Skeletor. Oh, that's cool. Is that green? That's cool.
Fight.
Ah, dude. You can't grab that, okay. Oh, that's cool. Is that new? Got him. Can you just through? Got him. Oh no, he caught me slipping. He caught me slipping. That thing is so fast. I should have held back. He caught me slipping.
Round 2. Fight.
Things with Raijin. Raijins don't really backstep like that. Okay. Boom. Boom. Oh, that's weird. That does a front kick for some reason. Why did a damn punch do a front kick? That's weird. Oh, that's me. That's me. I was stupid. If I had Fang, I would beat the brakes off this guy. Okay. Okay, that's high. Boom. Boom. Oh, we didn't do that. What the heck? What did you stand there for? Oh, nice, 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 nice. I wish, like Toast KO, you could switch characters. I wish you could switch characters mid-match, like you know, after each match. That'd be really fun. It's even joystick. I'm trying to hold back. I'm probably going up back. I'm stupid. I do not like playing the joystick. I get so mad because I can't find home. What the hell? That's me. That's me. Got him.
Got him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that didn't do it. Ah, it's me. It's me. It's me. It's me.
Round 3. Fight.
What the hell did I miss? He's stopping all my throws. He's like cut off that out. Wow, that was nice. That was nice. He's out. Okay, it's 3:15. Let me get off of here because I'll start grabbing another controller and I'll start kicking people's butt and having fun. So, I'm gonna fix this room. Actually, give me 2 seconds. I gotta fix this. Let's see if we can fix this really fast, dude. Y'all can't see what I'm doing though. Well, y'all can't. I'll show you over here. I'll show you what I'm doing. Put that there. Let's come over here. See if I can fix this real quick. See if it works. Okay, first thing I do is I go to pin mapping. I turn off turbo because it's worthless. Turn on function. It's not worthless. It's just if you're not cheating, why you need it, right? I'm not cheating, so I don't need it. It's home. Or it's just Joycons. Joycons. Go to settings. Come down here. Come down here. This is PS5. Xbox. Come down here. Get rid of, get rid of all this because I don't use any of this nonsense. All right. Let's put B1, B2. B3, this is previous, this is next, and this is reboot. Then I'm gonna come right here, I'm gonna put A1 for home. The left is on my pad, so left, down, right, up. Whoops, whoops, whoops. A1 left, down. Home, left, down, right, up. L1, L2. Looks like the outer edge is my menu settings here. All right, so this is going to be menu toggle. This is menu left. This is menu down. Menu right. Menu up. Hey Google, set the AC upstairs to 76. And menu select and menu back. Now it's all of them. So now I'm going to turn the functions. I use function now, right? Turn function for all of these. Function plus. Do not leave us the order. You'll mess your settings up. Make sure you turn function on for everything. So all I gotta do is hold function, press these buttons. I can do what I want to do. Hit save. It's done. Go to custom LED. I like this on. I want my colors to be for Joycons. I'll make it, I don't know, is that yellow? And make, when I press the button, make it blue. Who cares? Hit save. Display. Turn off turbo because I don't use it. Turn off macro. I don't use it. Turn on profile. Turn on input history. Hit save. Go to mode. I like my splash screen so I don't, because your screen will get destroyed. So make sure you put it to 1 minute. Change. I don't have the other one, so I'll put this for now to save it so that way I know I did it. Go down to add-ons really fast. My joystick's all set up, but turbo's on. I want this off. So I'm gonna get rid of that nonsense. Boom. Hit save, and I am gonna hit reboot controller, and I'm done. That fast. Like, I'm going super fast. I just want to like make sure it works. Come back over here. Actually, over here. I'm like this. Let's see. See, I gotta use my X-Pad when I get some playtime. Yeah, the X-Pad. There we go. Boom. Working on some app development, but we'll get to it. Facts. It's like there's not enough time in the day, right? Well, it's not enough time in the day. Okay, so now let's see if that. Okay, good. Everything's happy. Both the sticks are working. So I'll plug it into my Mac and I'll change the splash screen real quick. That's fine. Look at here. That's so weird that it did that. It just like freaked out on me. I've seen that. I'm not surprised. I have seen that before. It just like really freaked out. It's a really bad connection, my friend. Splash screen, go to 0. X series, my X series at. And just so you know, I label all of my splash screens so I know which is which. Which controller has what on it. Do a backup. Oh. Done that fast. I mean, I do this all the time, so it's fast for me. Series analog. Latest backup. Boom, done. Make sure I hit keep. Tell the controller to reboot, and I am all set. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, hit home.
Get ready for the next battle.
There we go. Now everything's working like I want it to. Yep. That fast. Oh boy, it's hot in this room. Good grief. PlayStation. Dude, that PlayStation must be really pumping a lot of heat. I think because it blows towards me. Something's up because I always feel heat. Oh, I hate playing that stick. You're so lucky. Tear this Fujin up. I was in Leverless. Just regular Leverless. Okay. Let's play stick. Just use the stick. Because Joy-Cons are kind of hard. Like, Joy-Cons are harder. Oh, I saw that too. I saw that. That's one option. Okay. Playing special style or modern style feels like 2XK. Like, I don't know how people like playing like that. I don't really get it. Nothing wrong with it, it's just... I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. It's very like, what option? What should I use in this instance, right? I don't really play like that. But I get it. Like, if you're new to a game, you just want to have some fun. You really don't care. That should not have hit him, but it did for some reason because it's Tekken 8. Okay. Duck. It's even more blocking instead of taking it. I can't jump kick that. Interesting. I can feel it inside me. I want to win before I turn this off. But it's almost 3:30. I gotta get off and do this. Check that. I did my part on Thursday, but my team didn't do their part. What I could tell. Well, one person did. I could tell the rest. I don't think he's done his part. Just writing too is actually not that hard. Okay, that's one throw. Can't sidestep that? Okay. He's so lucky. I don't know what I'm doing. You're so lucky. I would have had you. Low kick. You can't jump kick that. I didn't think you could, because it's right there. That's the other thing in my way too. Low. Got him. Got him. Got him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Apollo Creed, that's cool, man.
Round 2. Fight.
I don't know what I'm doing. I know it's coming. There it is. Okay, you can't load that. I should have just done rage. I should just raged him. He's kind of mashing.
Round 3. Fight.
Got him. I did a giant swing, that's cool. It's barely time to go. Why do you keep grabbing like that, controller? Hold this. You gotta get up. I don't know how I'm winning.
Round 4. Fight.
I took that wrong. I ducked. He faked me out. He was waiting for it, so you're gonna do it. I can't find the down block fast enough. That's me. I ducked. See, I thought I was holding back. Hold it up back. It's alright. I'll hold back. should just raged. I would have killed him. Okay, let's stop because I won't stop. I don't want to make it my favorite. This guy's not that good. I'll be rude, but I don't really know him, so I'm gonna be rude like that. But I don't want him on my favorites list. Okay, let's turn this off and let's go do what you got to do. You got responsibilities. 10 more months. 10 more months. Shout out to Kunal. Happy Sunday, Kunal. I can't see my chat. There we go. Shout out to Kunal. We're wrapping up the X series today. We took this whole thing apart, put it back together. Actually had to do some. I was done with the stream, and then it broke on me. The right joystick went out, so I had to remap all that. I'm starting to wonder if power trips in a weird way, or like if I take something, I'll put it back on. I think it throws off the GB2040. Like something goes weird because I've seen this on different pads where I can't pin down what's happening, but sometimes it just kind of like works out. Like it'll freak out. You just flash and you can reload your firmware, reload your backup, no problems. But still, the fact you have to do it, it's something. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I've seen this enough times where I don't know what the culprit is, but it's there. I wouldn't call it a knock on the firmware because it's not, the firmware's not broken. It's just, yeah, like, I don't know. I think it's something happens. So I don't know what it is. Something happens. Anyway. That is the full everything Hot 42 X series. This week, the Hot Series, the X Series 101, 102, 103 came out to walk anyone through how to redo this whole controller, how to buy all the modules, like how everything works, and that way you can make the best decision for you. And that way you don't have to read all the books and spend like an hour messing with this thing. They're short, like 5 minutes each. You can go through them and figure everything out as quick as you can. And just really the goal with these series is to just get playing, right? Buy the controller, set it up, and get playing. So, close this up. I might leave it like this for now. Just look at this. It's Joy-Con, joystick, and that's just everything. Okay, put that in here. But tomorrow we will be talking about the M Ultra Gen 2. We unboxed this pad today. We did an unboxing for it. The review will be out first thing tomorrow morning. So make sure you drop a like, drop a comment. That helps the channel grow and all that good stuff. And all those good things. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good weekend. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.